welcome everybody to our latest session of the Rise of Tiamat. As usual, we'll do a quick recap of what occurred last week, and then we will get underway. So, team, you guys spent the majority of last session inside who you discovered or eventually learned to be Chuth's lair, the green dragon. So when we had first picked up, we had both Gale and Rasmus all the way down below in the belly of the beast, so to speak, as they were right next to the water, having plummeted down below. And then they've quickly found themselves engaged in combat basically on all sides, as we had some opponents coming from the northeast, the west, and then a bunch of opponents on the southwest, sort of on a platform firing arrows at our two-player characters. So as that was going on, the rest of the team, aside from Kurtu, were nearby up above, and we're trying to slowly start taking this slanty pathwards down to get into the action themselves. This was kind of slow going and would take a bit of time before they could really get in there. During the same time, Zeno, the companion that the player characters had picked up back in Altan, tried to also move very carefully down this path, but unfortunately he wasn't quite as able as our player characters, and he tumbled down, smacking into the wall and finding himself in the water. The team then continued this sort of fighting battle, again, all sides as this is occurring. Some big highlights here, I would say, is it felt like both Gale and Rasmus were kind of getting pincushioned by all of the archers. The archers weren't doing a ton of damage on each hit, but it was just all of the shots together, which really seemed to be adding up to sort of a additive effect here, one after the other, slowly dwindling both their HP bars down a bit. They were holding off these Ettins that were trying to emerge from the west and try to fight in that way. However, in addition to those opponents, they pretty quickly learned that there was a spellcaster who was also up on the platform, who was starting to fling some spells down in this area and deal some pretty significant damage that way. Other highlight is Zeno actually did sort of like a backup and cast a Firestorm spell, which is a very potent higher level spell, and was able to demolish many of the weaker cult members. During this time, the rest of the team sort of came down and were kind of hanging out in this area that's, again, slanted, flinging some spells or shots down there to dwindle the number of the cultists down. However, before too long, Chuth, the green dragon himself, emerged from the water down here and took the battle right to Gale, I believe was the first target of his wrath. And he started damaging Gale actually he missed Gale 3 times in a row, but Gale was already pincushioned pretty badly, had already gotten hurt quite a bit by the magic user down here. So eventually he's decided to kind of make a tactical retreat and start making his way back up. Rasmus had a slightly different idea after kind of holding off the Ettins for a while and just trying to dodge the arrows as best he could. He noticed this more prominent looking kind of elf come from the northeast passage, and Rasmus decided to essentially charge over there and engage him, putting himself in between enemy lines, where essentially the other player characters are much further to the west. He was kind of out on his own here a bit. And this allowed the cult members there to turn and sort of gang up on him, bringing flashes back of the last time he fought the cult in this fashion, and unfortunately died that time. Well, this time a totally different thing happened, and Chuth was called forth by that prominent-looking elf, and unfortunately it was death by dragon this time for Rasmus, as the dragon was able to strike Rasmus with its terrible bite, knocking him to the ground, following that up with 2 successful claw attacks, which put a quick end to Rasmus. As that was going on, another highlight of the battle, we had Hugo up above, who was kind of making his way slowly down, and he finally got into an area where he could see what he wanted to see, threw out a fireball, which damaged and killed some members, and then Action Surge cast another fireball, and this was enough to kill the prominent-looking elf, who nobody really knows yet, but smart AoE betrayed me on this one and told everybody was Nair in vain, which was the target the team was looking for here. So you guys managed to kill him. The battle continued going on as Chuth followed the team up to the northwest through the tunnels here and was taking the fight directly to them. He eventually, you guys may not be aware of exactly what occurred here, but Chuth himself conjured this wall of thorns as a lair action, as this is the lair that he lives in and has some extra powers at his disposal within his lair, and this sort of sealed off the team's ability to move in an exiting fashion, and they had to contend with the wall now, with Spectre choosing to forcefully move through it, taking some slashing, stabbing, piercing wounds from all the thorns, and moving very, very slow as she was able to do so. Then there was also Hugo casting a dimension door to take himself and Kurtu out past it. Gale had already been slightly past it. So long story short, the dragon was able to use his breath weapon through the wall, hitting some of the player characters again. Eventually the wall faded away, and the team continued retreating, trying to climb back up the rope, all the while the dragon was hot on their tail. They moved as quickly as they could to get climb up and get onto flat ground. Sure enough, the dragon followed them upwards and continued battling them there. He was able to strike Kurtu very significantly and drop Kurtu to the ground with a grievous wound. The rest of the team was able to keep knocking down his HP bit by bit, and eventually it got to a point where Chuff decided he had had enough. He was quite wounded and he didn't want to risk dying, so he flew away from the team and presumably back into the stronghold, but it's hard to say as the team didn't have eyes on him as he descended past that. The team then, oh, of course, how can I forget this? During the dragons emerging from the tunnel, it actually attacked at Gale. Gale tried to dodge the attack by letting go of the rope and basically falling down into the pool below. Unfortunately, he was not successful. He let go of the rope but was still struck by the dragon, knocked unconscious, where he then hit the pool surface and began to descend quickly thanks to his heavy armor. He was making death saves this entire time. Obviously, being underwater, he wasn't able to breathe, so his time to live was very, very short. This worked out where the team was able to force the dragon to flee, get to the edge, and then have Spectre jump over the edge as Kurtu then cast Polymorph on her to turn her into a killer whale, where she landed in the water, and then thanks to her significant blind sight in that form, was able to quickly find Gale's body, and with no guarantees that he was even still alive, she was able to swim over there, grab him, and take him to the surface and shake him a bit, where he started coughing, and the team was able to realize that while he was quote-unquote unconscious, he was still alive. With this, the team started wrapping some things up, and that is essentially where we ended. It'll be slightly different when we start, just to get us into a good spot here, but yeah, that is where we ended. Is there anything I missed there that anybody would like to add?
Yeah,
go ahead, Bill.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Okay. I was just going to say that there was one significant thing about the Ettins we were fighting. It was described to us that one of them, I forget exactly what it was wearing, but it had some kind of
belt,
armor, or like an accessory draped over it, and it sounded like Adam was reading from a script. So I mean, that sounds like something that's important, that we want to go back in and kill that thing and take it from him.
Yes, very good memory there, Spectre. Go ahead and take inspiration. Indeed, it had a very prominent looking belt, and it was not wearing it as a belt. It was instead wearing it as sort of like a sash across its chest. Anybody else have anything to add?
Yeah, just a couple things. One, obvious, one person was turned into a turtle and moved in, so we've got one dead body in my, in
the bag of holding.
Yeah, but the one that may be worth inspiration is that there is a trap door right by the. There was a door by where the vines came up and everything that we may need to utilize or consider.
Yes, great addition there, Kurtu. Go ahead and give yourself inspiration. So yes, as the team was sort of retreating in the middle of this whole process, a female elvish knight opened a secret door that wasn't all the way down below. It was actually like halfway between the top area and the bottom area, and she emerged there, great sword in hand, heavy armor, and ready to attack and really start dishing out some pain. Kurtu was able to cast Polymorph and turn her into a turtle, and then just quickly throw her into the bag of holding, which made that threat go from kind of significant to zero pretty quick. So yeah, good addition. Anybody else have anything to add?
Apologies if you said this already, but did you mention that Xenu melded into the rock?
That's what I was going to say
did
too.
not. No, yes, go ahead and give yourself inspiration as well, Hugo. So yes, as you guys were doing a retreat in this area, trying to get to safety, Zeno found himself in a predicament where he was kind of by himself down here with only enemies abound, Ettins right in his face, and yes, he cast a spell and allowed himself to essentially walk right into the stone. Great additions here. Anything else before we get started, guys? Okay, hearing nothing else, I will assume we are all good to go. So, to get us into a good space here, and as we all know that Gale's player is unable to make it today, what I'm going to assume is, based on you guys' plan, we're going to assume that Spectre has exited the water, resumed her normal shape. The team has moved off a distance to where they wanted to take their short rest, as they had found an area previously where they took a short rest that seemed particularly safe. So they retreat to that area, take a short rest, recover what they can recover. You will all notice that I've increased your HP to their maxes. Kurtu, keep in mind you have that grievous wound, so I've only increased it to your limit minus that grievous wound. As you guys finish up that short rest, Gale had mentioned to you that he was going to start doing some scouting around in this area just to make sure there was nothing dangerous nearby. And he spent maybe 10 minutes or so of the short rest before he came back and mentioned seeing some very strange stuff through the forest to the west, very close by where you guys are currently camping. Namely, there are these bits of light that seem to be flashing, so almost like moving at very strange paces in the forest a bit to the west. He also mentioned hearing what he thought might have been some kind of singing or something like that. He couldn't tell exactly what it is, but after he came back, he sort of lets you guys know this, sees that most of you guys are kind of up and ready to go. You start thinking like, yeah, let's head right back into the stronghold to take care of what we have to take care of there. Unfortunately, when you start really thinking this out, if this sound that you heard, the singing, perhaps is any danger, or if these lights have any kind of significance that could put enemies right behind you, you decide you really want to try to take care of that, nip that in the bud first before anything too problematic can happen. So you guys decide to start making your way off to the west. Gale's still scouting to the north, so you figure, this shouldn't be too difficult. You'll just, the three of you guys will swing by that way, see what is there, and see if there's any threat. And if it's too bad, obviously you can always, come back, regroup, that kind of thing. So you guys start pushing through the forest here. Again, the visibility is not good at all. As the misty forest, this mist clings pretty heavily, rolling through the trees. You're moving through, staying very closely attached to one another. Moving through this direction, you start to see these lights that Gale referred to. Nothing really comes to mind to you guys. You probably have heard stories of things like will-o-wisps before, and this might be in your head, but it doesn't seem to be anything dangerous. It's just like you hear this strange sound and you see this like bright flash of light, but it's localized to a very small area. So instead of lighting up, say, the night sky or the day sky, really, or just really attracting your attention, it's sort of like very strange, very odd. You're kind of following this. You're trying to make your way more closer to the sound of this. Is it singing? You can't even tell. It's like the sound is so far away. It's definitely some kind of vocalizing. It might be singing, it might be someone just talking, but it seems to carry through the forest, and this is just so strange to you. So you guys continue, kind of pushing through here, again, staying really close together, making sure you don't get separated in the misty forest here. As you're making your direction in this way, you continue moving through. You start to see some of this light flash to your north, and then you start to see some of this light flash to your southwest. And it is right about this time when you start feeling like, yeah, something's not all the way on the up and up here. Like this, there's something going on. Maybe it's the sound of a stick breaking here or there. Maybe it's like a hushed, almost footstep, perhaps, that you get the sound of. It is just something off that you can tell there's something strange going on. And as that occurs, what I'm going to do is move you guys over to a map here for a moment. And I'm going to ask you to just make sure where you're standing currently as far as like a marching order works for you.
Hey, Adam, I want to prepare that if I see any baby green dragons or anything, that we're going to slay it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I will keep that one in mind.
Transformed himself into an unassuming dragonborn or lizard folk or whatever.
Yeah, any humanoid type green dragons just must die. Just throwing that out there.
Adam, I just want to say that Nezra has casted Disguise Self out somewhere in the woods.
So this is where the three of you currently are. You're moving essentially from the east to the west. The trees, again, you've got the mist going through. The trees are fairly close together here. Feel free to align yourself where you would like, and let me just type into chat there, all set, when you're all set, and I'll know you're all ready to go. If somebody else might happen to be on this map, like, I don't know, a new player character, feel free to say that you're good there. If you want to move slightly, you can do that as well, but probably where you're at is probably good, unless you have any objections.
No, just a slight.
Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to put you guys into initiative order. Oh, didn't see that coming, did you? You thought this was just a role-playing thing.
Oh, no.
That one was not me, but perfect timing. I love it. Alright, let me make sure I've got everything here that needs to be here. Okay, so yeah, whoever did the target, I'm just going to go ahead and move that.
Yeah, that's me. I was trying to have fun with it. Now I can't figure out how to get it off. That was me getting ready to cast Fireball at any green dragonborn, but it's trying to be funny.
No worries. Let me see if I can get rid of that real quick.
I'll just be right over here.
Every now and again, Smart AoE goes a little bit haywire, and I have to remove each square, so just bear with me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, I know there's no way to know.
Not me.
Okay, so I think what happened is, let me see if I can get the actual corner this time.
It's odd that I don't, well, I mean, unless there's a way for me to remove it on mine, but I don't know how to remove it, I guess.
Yeah, I think what happened is the targeting icon, probably because of the limited light, it was confused at where it was supposed to be.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so it's straight. Let me just see if this one will do it.
Would it help if maybe we just move the characters off the area and then I trigger it?
I honestly do not know. Let's find out.
The map is so full of enemies. We can't do that.
So, I'm gonna move that. See if you can. Try. Yeah. Okay. So see how it. Yeah. See. Let me see if it moves. Yeah. It's only. It's like moving piecemeal. So I don't get it.
You want me to trigger now? Just let me know when to.
Try. Yeah. Try it. We'll just see if it does anything.
Actually, the trigger effect went off on my side.
So whatever spell you cast before, try casting it again. See if it re-pops it up, and it will I'm hoping it will absorb this one.
fireballs are too strong.
So if you go to this, last time you must have clicked the smart AOE to cast fireball, I'm guessing. And
Yes, I did.
Okay, and that threw the targeting icon on there. Go ahead and just do that one more time. We'll see if the new targeting icon will like absorb this one. Okay, try moving that. Can you move that?
No, I'm very limited.
All right, so it looks like this one did not absorb the other one as I was hoping. So let me just move
Now we've got
this.
2 problems.
Now just go ahead and hit trigger all on that. And then
Yeah,
that
what I
one-
did is I cast a twin fireball, you know.
That'll do it.
As you do.
Okay, so that got rid of that one. So yeah, I don't know. We're gonna unfortunately just have to play with a little bit of screen issue here. I'll see if I can slide it far over just so it doesn't get too much in our way. But yeah, let me start moving those little squares off. But rather than hold us up too much, I'm going to put you guys roughly back where you were. Again, you saw approximately how much space you had to work with, so only use about that much.
Fair enough. Sorry, folks, didn't mean to make this a thing.
Damn.
We gotta go for the memes when we get them.
That's right.
Okay, so you guys look like you're good there then. All right, so as you're noticing these flashes of light and things, and like I mentioned, to your north is where you spot like one of these flashes as you're moving through the forest, but like right when you're about where you are now, you spot one of these. You also spot one kind of to your southwest, but this is about the time you hear this sound of like footsteps. There's obviously something is around you. It's hard to say what exactly it is, but Spectre, being the quickest to react, feel free to take your turn.
Do I see what's giving off like the light, or did it go away?
From your current position, you do not.
Okay, but it was somewhere off to the north.
Correct.
And the other one is to the southwest. I'm assuming the map is... Yeah, okay.
Cardinal directions, yep.
Then... I don't know if this is a threat or not yet, so I will tell Kurtu and Hugo to fall back and wait, I guess. And I will... hop back. This is a tree to my northeast, I think?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's on this map, it's probably a tree.
Okay. So I'm going to go here, 5, 10, 15, and I'm going to slide around the...
Once you get to a one square before you were there, it doesn't really matter too much, but once you were right about there, you do notice now this residual light that seems to be flashing from up in this area. So think of this almost as like a trail of ephemeral whitish yellow light that is kind of sparkling here in the air, and every now and again you see like a pulse. It just like kind of lights up a little bit brighter, and you notice almost like very rapid movements of small objects nearby.
Okay, is there like a pattern to these? Are they like going in a certain direction, or are they just kind of like popping in and out?
So it's localized to that exact spot.
Okay.
You don't know, again, you've only seen this like a second's worth, right? So you don't have enough time to determine patterns. If you wish to spend your action as like a perception kind of thing, you might be able to determine something like that.
Yeah, she still doesn't know this is combat. I guess we don't know that's combat yet, so I will spend my action to try to discern something.
Okay, blind check, please, Spectre.
Sure.
Yeah, so based on this check, I will say what you notice is these pulses of light seem to start off slow and least vibrant on the east side of this square, and they get stronger and they get more vibrant as it moves to the west. Once it hits the furthest west, again, I'm going to say square, but the length of this visual that you're seeing, it seems to flash the brightest, and then the bright flashes go away. And that seems to go away for anywhere between 5, 6, 7 seconds, something like that. And then you'll see this pattern sort of repeats, starts from the east side and rapidly gets stronger into the west.
Staying in the same square, though?
Yes.
Okay. I have no idea what that is. So I am... Now that I see this one, and I don't see the one to the southwest anymore, I'm assuming?
You haven't seen the actual location of the southwest one. All you saw was like a flash of light through the trees.
Okay, then I am going to pop around the tree here, and I will bonus action hide.
All right, yep, go ahead and throw me a blind check for that as well. Okay.
I'll just interact with object, get my bow in hand if I don't already have it.
Okay, you pull your bow to hand. Okay, before Kurtu's turn... Okay, I'm going to ask for perception checks from Kurtu, Spectre, and Hugo. So 3 blind checks, 1 from each of you, please.
Trying to select my token. There we go.
Okay, so what you're going to notice, remember, the visibility here is pretty limited. So you're kind of watching, you're looking around, trying to see what you can see. You can only see about 20 feet or so in front of you. Everything else kind of, actually it might be a little bit longer than that. But it's like, the mist here makes vision a bit obscured. So yes, as you're kind of watching to all directions around you, you're going to notice to your southeast, both Kurtu and Spectre, you will notice as this figure, clearly dressed in cult attire, is trying to move in like a quiet, like stealthy kind of maneuver, but you're kind of looking right at him as he steps out. He realizes that he's been seen, and he shouts, "She rises for her!" and pulls the scimitar from his side as he moves forward.
Who are you?
Alright, after that, still before Kurtu's turn, Kurtu, you will notice some movement from your south as a much larger individual makes his way out and gets closer to you. As he does so, you see he kind of pushes forward, moving through the trees here. As you look at this individual, he has a very unique appearance. You notice a dragon-like appearance in a humanoid form, this large prominent horn at the top of his head. He is very azure blue of skin. As he rushes past the tree area here, you can see he is wearing some probably studded leather armor. He's got this shield in hand. He has a spear in the other hand. But as he turns this corner, he looks, spots you. Now looking past you, he can see Spectre, he can see Hugo there. And you see, rather than like throwing the spear, which almost looks like he's going to do as he kind of leans backward a bit, he actually opens his mouth and lets forth a breath of lightning. You see this bolt of lightning stretches forth from his mouth, shooting out in a line. Based on this, I'm going to say this is going to get Kurtu and Spectre, but not Hugo. I don't think he could really... Yeah. So I'm going to say Kurtu and Spectre, you're both hit by this line. So I will need dexterity saving throws from both of you. Of course, you can make that publicly.
Absorb elements?
That doesn't say it has to be from a spell, right?
No. Correct.
Then you can definitely do it, yeah.
I am going to do that as well.
Okay. So, Spectre, if you're doing the same thing, go ahead and burn yours.
Yeah, working on it.
Okay, so Spectre, you managed to succeed, so you'll take half damage. Then you absorb elements, you'll take a quarter of this. Kurtu, you fail, then you absorb elements, so you will take half. So, Spectre, for you first. Oh, that is going to GM.
By which he means he low rolled and wants to roll again.
Actually, that was a 21. We'll see if this one's any better. Yeah, that one's a little better. Okay, so Spectre, you will take quarter of that, so 5. And then this next one is to Kurtu, so this will be half.
It'll be 6, yeah, sure.
And let's see, halved of that will be 11. So both of you are hit by this breath of lightning. You will then, Kurtu, notice some movement coming from the north. As another one of these cultist-attired individuals rushes forth. Okay, that's all the ones in between the previous turn and your turn, so now it's truly your turn, Kurtu.
All right, I believe I used my skilled Misty Step last time, so I just removed that one. I'm going to go ahead and shoot. I don't even know if I want to bother casting Misty Step because of the fact that, well, let's be honest, I don't know where I'm going to go to where there may not be more peoples, right? So I'm going to go ahead and use Draconic Cry so I can get the 2 next to me.
Okay, go ahead and post the usage of your Draconic Cry. Okay, so use this as a bonus action. Enemies within 10 feet. So, yep, you will get the 2 that you mentioned. I'll go ahead and throw a quick marker on them. And what else on your turn?
All right, and for my... Since this guy here is right next to me, I'm going to go ahead and cast level 2 Magic Missile at the guy right next to me.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and post that. Okay, so level 2. It looks like that only did 1, but you wanted to do a 2, so give yourself
Yeah,
a
it
1.
doesn't. Magic Missile never asks me what I wanted, if I want to do that for some reason. So
Okay.
I just wind up manipulating it on my sheet, you know. So.
Yep, fair enough. So we will count that as 4 missiles, so 20 points of damage. So you quickly motion with your hand as you cast the spell, and yeah, each of these missiles strikes into the target, wounding him.
And I'm just going to go ahead and move that way there, and that'll
Okay.
end my turn.
Okay, go ahead and end your turn. All right, before Hugo's turn, okay, mysterious person that might also happen to be on this map. As you're standing there doing some very mysterious things that nobody knows about quite yet, you will notice a figure emerges from the mist here, gets up close to this body of water, sort of notices it, then turns and sees you, and you see almost like this freeze, essentially. Like you get he's wearing a mask, you can't read facial expressions, but you get this impression of almost like he was startled so much he's not sure what you were doing there, and he kind of like pauses. You can see you're not really sure exactly what he does. Okay, Hugo.
Hi, yeah, sorry, I'm having issues with Roll20 where I tried to pull up my character sheet and then it said my session had expired, and now it says access to Roll20 was denied.
No kidding. Okay.
What are you doing to violate terms of service?
Yeah, let me try to resign it. It's actually working. Maybe
Using
right
like a
now.
computer hacker to try to get your odds better, or
Yeah,
He's got loaded dice.
occasionally they'll catch you on that stuff, Hugo.
yeah. HTTP error 403. I don't know why this is happening.
And mine's asking me to verify that I'm a human. So.
I know a while back, let's say 3 weeks ago or something, they suffered from a DDoS attack, and they put in like these other requirements to make it harder for the DDoS attack. But I know some people were saying that was causing them to have connectivity issues. I hadn't seen anything recently on the forums about this, but it may be related to that.
What browser do you use, bud?
Chrome. Yeah, it's doing it again. I just restarted Chrome.
Yeah, mine's saying access denied as well.
Yeah, it's funny. When I open a brand new window and try that, same thing. So I bet you they're getting another DDoS attack. Okay, so let's see. I highly doubt it'll be resolved quickly because it seems like when this happened, it does take a little bit of time. So I guess we've got two options. We can either like do a quick break now, do like our 15-minute and see if it's resolved on the other end. Or if you want to try to describe, I know that's going to be pretty challenging, but if you want to describe what you're doing, I can like manipulate your sheet and do the rolls and stuff.
Okay. I mean, I can try to describe it, I think. So no new people have appeared, right?
Correct.
So I guess Hugo will he'll like look at the guys like, well, I guess you're letting us know where you stand right off the bat, which I appreciate. And he's gonna telekinetically shove him away from him as a bonus action.
All right, and that's the one right next to Hugo, right?
Yep.
All right, let me go ahead and throw... Oh, man, I even can't even open your sheet. Sorry, it looks like your session has expired. Please exit the game and log back in. Okay, so plan A then, guys. Let's go ahead and take our 15-minute break now. We'll see if we get lucky and Roll20 has resolved this before then. If not, we'll readdress on the other side.
Okie dokie.
Good.
Fair
See
enough.
everybody in 15. Alrighty, folks, we are back post Roll20 snafu. So let's go ahead and jump right back into things. Alright, and this is where we find ourselves. Hugo's turn, and was unable to take his turn due to that glitch. So yeah, Hugo, it is your turn.
Okay, Hugo's going to telekinetically shove the guy in front of him.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me a spell effect roll. Or actually, I think that might be built into your push, either way.
Yeah, I think it's in the button.
Yes, indeed. You managed to push him 5 feet away.
Get off of me! He's gonna run this way. And he will cast Toll the Dead on the injured one.
Okay. And that is wisdom. Unfortunately, he will succeed on that, so he will just suffer the half of the 18, so 9.
Okay. And Hugo will keep running this away. He goes, watch out, Spectre, there's one over here.
I see him.
Get to about there.
Okay. Alright, before Mysterious Stranger's turn. Mysterious Stranger, you'll notice some movement to your south as though someone is running to the east. And then...
Adam, if I can, just as a reminder, the two people next to me have there's advantage on them to hit them, just in case
Yes.
anybody. Yeah.
Yep, they got those little shouty icons on them for Draconic Cry. So.
Ooh, I have my own icon. That's awesome.
Alright, so this one will move to there. No one can really see him yet. So we will leave him off of the map. Alright, once he gets to about there, that's probably about the time you guys might be able to start seeing him, so we'll reveal him. Alright, Mysterious Stranger, your turn. So you're currently sitting by the pond. As you can see, your haul there at your feet. These large fish that you've managed to procure from the pond here as you're lackadaisically fishing. During this time, however, you're noticing the sound of, I would say, battle coming from your east. It sounds not right next to you, so it's kind of echoing a distance, and you can hear the sound of footsteps around you.
And then saw this guy come up to the ridge here and then just kind of freeze, right?
Right, so he ran out. Imagine like you see someone like going with a purpose and then like almost like kind of skirt stop, sees you and then just like stops, like not really sure what to do.
All right. I'm going to angrily reel in my fishing lure. And I'm going to look in his direction. and I'm going to shout at him. You've ruined this fishing spot. I've got to move now. What the hell are you doing here?
Do you hear her voice?
I can just hear your annoying self bothering my fishing hole. What are you talking about?
And then he raises his head and says, "We've got another one here!"
Okay. Well, I am... Okay, let's see. That's 5, 10, 15. So I guess I'll just kind of hold my hand up and I'm just going to shoot him with one of these at him. I'm still on GM, so we'll keep the suspense about all my moves for now.
Suspense.
Why do I not see this one in my sheet?
Oh, it's going to be really suspenseful. It's not even there.
Well, now I want to cast this, but I don't see it in my little middle menu to like cast it. You know what I'm talking about?
I do, yes. It means it's not set as an attack. Let me open your sheet real quick.
Whoa, I didn't know I could watch you do this. It's like when the tech guy at work takes over your computer because you can't log in.
And he just says, "Move!" Alright, so, let's see. Output. Yeah, it says attack, but it looked like it didn't propagate there, so let me just toggle it, and we'll see if that fixes it.
Yeah, there it is at the bottom.
There you go, yep.
Alright, so I am... Oh, that gave me an error. Maybe I gotta refresh it. 1 second.
This is going to be the night of tech errors, folks.
Appears so. Alright, here we go. Nice. It loaded rather fast. Ugh, it's doing it again.
Alright, so let's just do this real quick. Sometimes when there's issues on the sheet, I just delete the spell and re-drag it from the SRD, and that'll resolve it. Let's just give that a quick try.
Okay.
Alright, so that should have automatically put it in the attack section. It did. Go ahead and click that now. We'll see if it works. If not, maybe we're still experiencing issues.
Yeah, it gave me the same syntax error.
Okay, so I'm not actually seeing anything posted, so let me just try clicking it and see what I get. Yeah, same deal. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to have you just roll a d20.
Alright. Just to clarify, Adam, I'm gonna cast this at 3rd level, was my intention.
Level. Okay. Alright, and your bonus there is 8, so yes, that will clearly hit. 3rd level, that's going to give us 2 extra dice, so go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay.
Alright, so as that strikes into him and takes its secondary effect, he is obviously wounded.
Then I'm just gonna point to the forest and say, "Go away." And I'll end my turn.
Alright, top of the next round before Spectre's turn. Okay, Spectre's turn.
Okay, Kirchu's short enough for me to shoot over, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna make sure this guy dies. I'm gonna withhold my sneak attack on the first shot here.
Okay.
So, we're going to shoot him at advantage. He's dead.
Yes, he is.
I just want to roll it anyway,
Feel
just
free.
to make myself feel better. Pure crit. And then
He was double dead.
I will make my second shot at the big guy. who is also affected by Kurtu's shout.
Okay.
As soon as my character sheet finishes loading.
You'll notice as the arrow flings that way, he just sidesteps it and it goes into the tree.
Unfortunate. Well, I don't want to be tanking 3 guys here, so I'm going to fall back a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 6, you can get there. So I will go... Kurtu will be fine. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll stand here next to Hugo, and I will bid the kobold to follow as he can.
Okay. Okay, we move to this guy's turn. He is going to make his way up next to Kurtu. Kurtu, as this cultist rushes up to you, you see him kind of motioning with this scimitar in his hand as he's running up, and as he gets close to you, he swooshes it up towards you. I'll need a defense roll, please.
And as he does that, I'm going to say, and I can hear her. I can hear her.
The blade arcs over you, missing. He will then try a second attack with the scimitar. Another defense roll. Yes, once again, you managed to evade this strike.
It's great being small.
Am I nuts, or does that look like your defense rolls? Hang on one sec.
It's 3 plus 26 minus 10.
Yeah, that doesn't look right to me.
I don't know what the hell that means.
I gotta figure out what's going on. Just bear with me.
What the hell happened there?
Yeah, Kurtu's got this amazing
Roll
AC.
20. Roll 20. Mess with the sheets.
Yeah, I was just going through my
Let's take a
attacks
look at it.
and like all of my physical attacks don't work, but like healing word works, inflict wounds works, wind wall works, but sacred flame doesn't work.
I mean,
It's weird.
that's, yeah, I can't, I mean, those I kind of get, right? Because, like, maybe something's not working properly, but for a macro to actually get changed, that seems strange.
Not
That
it.
is true.
I didn't do anything.
No, I know it's not you, Bill. So, no worries there. We just got some weird stuff going on here.
I'm a jokester, but I don't know where the 26 comes from.
No, and that's not something you guys even have the ability to change. So that would only be on my side. So unless somehow, let me just double check the macro.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have been able to defense. I couldn't make it 30 anyway.
Okay, so I think I see what happened. Yep, okay, I see what happened. So the third bubble I was trying to use for you guys' grievous wounds, and no, actually no, that's not it. Somehow your AC right now is set to 26. So yeah,
Oh, dang,
yep,
heck
okay.
yeah.
Okay, that is what it is. All right, so the blue bubble got changed to your grievous wounds instead of the red one, which it was supposed to be. So let me change that. And do you know what your AC is supposed to be, Kurtu?
The answer to that would be no. Let me figure it out.
It's in his little thing by his name. It says 15.
Oh, there we go. Nice and easy. Look at that.
Yeah, but it actually may be a 16 now. So 2 for my dex, 1 for my cloak, and 3 for being a the type of sorcerer I am. So
Yeah.
3.
16.
So it should be 16 though.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. There it is. It's fixed.
Yep, so I just switched that. So, okay, now I want everybody else to just double check their ACs. And I'm guessing no, because nobody else took grievous wounds. So with that in mind, let me re-look at these rolls. So instead of adding 26, it should have been adding 16. So essentially I'm taking 10 off of each roll. All right, so the first one, you rolled an 18. You will not get hit by that. The second one, however, would only be a 9. So you will get struck by that one.
All right. I'm just gonna roll just for button testing purposes.
Sure, yep.
All right.
Those are the Kurtu rolls.
There you go. Those look gooder, right?
Okay.
And Adam, well, never mind. I'll hold on. I was going to use my inspiration, but I'll take one wound. So
Smart call, because here's your damage. Okay, you take 1 point of slashing damage. All right, and let's see. That is that guy's turn. Yes. Okay. So this one I can tell you is broken on the sheet. So the sheet actually says 1d6 when it should be 1d6 plus 3. Let me just see if they applied like a penalty to all these guys.
Maybe he's got like surely he doesn't have like a minus strength mod.
He does not. No, this is actually, I'm going to say this one is the module's responsibility because it's actually listed as 1d6 and no mod. But it should obviously be mod, so let me add that in.
I don't know about that if the module says.
He doesn't want to hurt a dragon.
I mean, come on.
Person.
Why would? I mean, we're kind of the same. We're cousins or something.
So for reference, I will say these cultists come in a couple of different varieties. This is obviously the weakest variety. All the other varieties that I just checked have the modifier included. This one does not. So that's either means in the module it's wrong or Roll20 converted it wrong. One of the two. So that will be 4 damage, Kurtu.
So -4 more, -3 more.
-3 more. So a total of 4 points. So if you took the 1,
Okay.
just 3 more.
Yeah.
Okay, so, wow. All right, that guy's turn is done. But before the next turn... All right, Mysterious Stranger, you're going to hear some footsteps as another figure rushes in from the northwest. All right, back over here, Kurtu, you're going to notice as this individual steps up, puts you into a flank, and he has the spear in hand, and he is going to stab you with it 3 times, or try. I will need 3 defense rolls.
I'm going to re-roll one of those.
Okay, sure. So burn inspiration and throw another defense roll. Alright, so you will get hit 2 out of those 3 times. So the first time you will take 9 piercing damage. The second time he will actually bash you with his shield. You will take 6 bludgeoning damage, and then I need a strength save.
Yeah, I'm real good at those.
15.
Not terrible.
That is not terrible. And yes, you managed to maintain your standing and not get knocked to the ground as we move to your turn, Kurtu. And remind me, Draconic Cry ends at the beginning of your turn?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
But you know what? When you have them, burn them, right? You know?
Sure.
So when he bashes me, it actually hits me in the stomach, and, and I yell out another,
Ice, that's me, you bastards! Ah!
All right, you shout a Draconic Cry once again. We'll keep that icon on that guy and add it to this one as well.
all right. What I'm going to do now is, that won't make any sense. So I'm going to go ahead and Misty Step. Adam, so what I see is what I see because I can't see the above north of me. Is that accurate?
You are standing right next to a tree.
Okay, so I can't see like underneath it or anything like that.
Underneath the tree? No, it's a pretty large tree, so the limbs are stretching out from that central trunk. So basically what you can see on the map is what you can see.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and Misty Step over to here.
Misty Step is a bonus action, and you just bonus action Draconic Cry.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm not going to Misty Step.
You could actually disengage, though.
You could do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. And then what I'm also going to do then is I'm gonna go. I want to go ahead and hit something because, well, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and sorcery point quicken spell.
That is also a bonus action.
So I'm not gonna do that. Dang, Adam. I mean, you'd think I never played before, you know. So, all right. Well, guess what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that was my guess. All right. All
Crying is
right.
a free action.
But on Baldur's Gate, I would have been able to do all those things.
All right. So, Mysterious Stranger, you're going to notice as this guy rushes up to you, not in that weird pattern that I just drew, but just a straight line.
Trying to throw jukes, dude.
Yeah, he was trying to put the moves
13.
on you. Okay, as he rushes up to here,
My AC would be 16 right now because I'm just fishing. I'm not like fishing with my shield on my arm. You know what I mean?
He's not a kid.
what you're saying is you don't carry your shield around you at all times and take it to bed with you and stuff? That's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
I'm
He doesn't have a
very
shield
sure.
tester feat.
Never me. Never me. I'm sleeping with it every night.
All right, as he rushes up to you, instead of attacking you with scimitar in hand, you notice he tries to shoulder check you to knock you to the ground. Give me your choice of athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, that's nice. Both of them suck. Let's do athletics. I can hero point for a reaction, right?
You can.
Oh, is it for save and throws though? This isn't a save and throws. It's an ability check.
I'd have to double check our handout. I thought we were using that. Maybe not.
Well, I thought we could burn
did.
a reaction for save and throws, but this is just an ability check, right?
So number 4 in our handout, hero point can be spent on the player's turn. It adds a bonus to any one d20 roll. This is a d20 roll, so sure. It doesn't require your reaction.
Oh,
Not
here
the
we go.
player's turn, though.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't need it.
Yeah.
He shoulder checks you and is not able to knock you to the ground. And he will instead then just slash out at you with the scimitar. Defense roll, please. Okay, you manage to duck under that blade as it swings underneath your head, making sure you're not adding 26. No, okay, good deal. All right, Hugo.
Okay. Hugo says, "Get behind me, Kertu." Gonna stride forward 1. Are these trees like in the way of me, or no? Because I can see through them.
If you can see through them, then imagine it's like where the branches are thinner, right? So if it doesn't block your view, if you move through a square that is clearly depicted as having a tree in it, but it doesn't block your vision, count that as difficult terrain. If it truly blocks your vision, then that means you can't. It's like a solid piece of wood.
Okay, but it doesn't provide cover for the people
If
that
you're
I'm trying to
making
shoot
a
at.
ranged attack or something like that that would go right through the tree, then yes, it would provide cover.
Okay.
So your best bet there is to draw a line, like right here from where you're standing. Yes, you'd be shooting through this part of the tree, so yeah, he would have cover.
Okay. I don't want that, so Hugo will move all the way down to here and shoot at the dragon man
Okay.
with a firebolt, I think. I don't have many targeted spells, but since we have an advantage, might as well.
Right.
Yeah, makes sense. Your firebolt does indeed strike the dragon man. Go ahead and post damage.
Oof.
Singes him a bit.
And I go, pick on someone your own size.
You see
And-
he kind of snorts as you say this, and you notice a little bit of like static electricity comes out of his nostril.
And as a bonus action, he will telekinetically shove him backwards into the tree.
Okay.
Sorry, I gotta pull my character sheet again. And I'll spend a hero point on this just for the embarrassment's sake,
Okay.
pushing him into the bush.
Uh-oh, but that means if you roll the hero point and you fail, it reverses the embarrassment.
Oh no.
Oh, you definitely push him backwards. You see he raises his shield and his feet just kind of slide backwards a bit, and then he lowers the shield and once again narrows his eyes as he looks at you.
Now you're all dirty in that tree.
Your mom's gonna be so mad at you when you get home.
That's the end of his turn.
Okay, before the... Oh, that guy. Oh, there he is. This is a big map, guys. Give me one moment. Okay, this guy's turn. He's still moving. Alright, now it's this guy's turn. Okay, so as this guy moves forward... Hugo, I will say you notice that this guy has a more prominent mask upon him than does the other individual that you're currently fighting. His robes maybe look a little bit nicer, the angles of the dragon paraphernalia on his mask a little bit more to point, a little bit nicer. As he steps up and spots you standing there, you notice he holds his hand out flat. You can see gathering lightning in his hand as he whips this orb at you, and I will need you to give me a defense roll, please.
Alright. He was like, what do you want with us, though? Oh, no. Can I use my inspiration?
You can, and I recommend it.
Okay, let me burn that.
Okay, let me do a quick double check. Yes, this orb sails just over your shoulder, hits into the tree behind you, and you can see, like you smell acrid smoke as the electricity just wiped out a swath of this tree, and it's kind of like the residual lightning there has set it aflame. Not enough that it's going to burn anything down, but just for, really cool dramatic effect.
And do we remember, wasn't Naren Vane fighting with some other member of the cult?
Ooh, I will invite any of your player team members to jump in on that one if they like.
As I recall, Verum said he had worked with him in the past. I don't remember anything about them like having a rivalry or like hostilities.
Okay.
The impression I got was that they were not friends, but like colleagues.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just
That's what
wondering
I was
if
gonna say.
us killing that guy might be advantageous here or not with the lightning ones.
Okay, Mysterious Stranger, you notice another man joins the dance party here. It is your turn.
Okie dokie. Well, are any of the other mysterious strangers who are fighting these guys? I mean, obviously I have my vision ring here. I can't see any of them. Are they? Can I hear them? Are they?
You can hear the sound of like combat, so think of like metal ringing against metal, shouting of spells, but it sounds distant and far away.
Is it like this way or more this way?
East.
Can I? Okay, so more this way.
Yes.
Well, it seems like from.
I will also say, since you didn't get the benefit of this, you, as you've been fishing, you've also been noticing these flashes of light. It's kind of, pops through the trees every now and again. You don't know what it is. It's just very strange. You spotted one of these like northeast of you past the pond, and you spotted another one southwest of you through the trees.
Okay. All right. Southwest. Oh. Like a fucking portal or something, maybe? Let me see. 20-foot radius sphere. Do you have this in Smart AoE, Adam?
I don't... Yeah, looks like that one is in there.
Okay, that's what I'll do. And, man, I really want to talk about these cool spells that I have, but no one can see me, so I'm just going to cast it to just between us, Adam.
Cool
So
guys
anticlimactic.
never look back at the explosions, right? So just, go ahead and throw it up.
Yeah, let me do my... Well, that's cool.
And just remember, smart AoE betrays your secret. So as soon as you trigger all, it is going to, Well, I think at this point, it just sets a suspense.
Yeah. They'll get a cool description when we fight together for the first time.
We really
All
don't
right.
care as long as you defeat the enemies right now, dude. We're just saying.
Yeah, well, I care. All right, so there it is, Adam. I'm gonna throw it right.
All right, so yes,
Nice.
as you cast this spell, you notice this mass of, I don't remember if you get to pick, swarming
It's
biting
locusts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel
And they
like one
come
of the
from his
versions-
mouth.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
nice. I feel like one of the versions you could pick the kind of insect, but I couldn't remember. All right, so yes, as you emit these insects from your mouth and it fills up this area with all these biting, swarming insects, you notice 2 of your opponents immediately just drop to the ground as the insects overcome them with all of this pain. The one in the back, lightly obscured. So let's see, lightly obscured on top of the obscured from the mist. I will say you can just barely see through the darkness of all of these insects, this individual moving almost at like a slow pace as he's trying to fight through the cloud.
Don't fuck with my fishing.
All right, top of the round, and we move to Spectre's turn.
Alright, well I see this guy in front of me is still affected by the thing. So I am going to pop here. Do I have a clearish shot? To him, or is
Yeah,
that through
I'd
cover?
say that's good enough there.
Okay. I will make the first shot at that guy. Come on, roll 20. You can do it. I believe in you. I will sneak attack this guy.
That will certainly hit, yes.
So 18.
Yeah, that shot goes right in his chest and he just collapses.
And then we're gonna get a better angle here. I'm stuck on something. So can I not move diagonally here? Is there a tree in the way?
Yeah, that square just to your south is blocked, so right, you would not be able to move. If you want to do that, I'd say it's difficult terrain, but that means it's going to be the same movement if you just
Same
move
anyway,
around.
yeah. 10, 15, 20, and then
Look at him. He's in the bush over there.
what a loser. The guy in the bush, is he not? He's not like prone or anything, though, right?
He is not.
Okay. If I go here, 25. Is that clipping through? Is that like?
He would have cover.
Okay. Then I don't want to do that. I will just shoot the guy in front.
Okay.
God damn it. Wah! I'm gonna miss.
That does indeed miss.
Then I have more movement, but I kind of don't want Hugo to get dogpiled here. Looking at this space here, they can get around this, right? This one? I see like a line here.
Yeah, so the square just to your south would be difficult terrain.
Okay. I also don't want to line up for a lightning bolt, though. So I will instead move back here. And so that way, if they do try to flank him, we're gonna counter flank, right? So these are
Makes
Genius.
sense.
Yeah, double flank.
genius tactics. Just a flank fiesta. Do I have a bonus action that's worth anything? No. Okay. End turn.
All right, back on the other side of the pond. You are going to notice Nezra as this individual is going to want to get out of this area. Yes,
Mark.
so no damage until it ends its turn there. It is not wanting to stay there. So it's going to spend 10, 15 to get out. And then you're going to quickly lose visibility on this figure. So I'm going to move him over to the GM layer.
That's how, in Ezra's opinion, he's just listening to him when he told him to get the hell away.
Could be, yeah. He definitely doesn't want to stay there. All right, back on the first side. All right, this guy is going to move up to here. As he rushes forth through the tree that you threw him into, Hugo, you see he rushes up and just in one foul swoop smashes, or attempts to, his shield right into you. I'll need a defense roll.
Okay.
Yes, you brace yourself
Nice.
and are not struck down with that. He will then stab out with his spear a couple of times. I'll need 2 more defensive rolls. Once again,
Nice.
you managed to evade all of these. Yeah, nice string of rolls there. And you suffer no hits there. Kurtu.
Did he add 26 on those as well?
No, he did it all naturally.
Nice. Love it when it's all natural there. All right, I'm coming down. Sorry, everything's freezing on me a little bit, Adam.
Spectre has that effect when you enter her square.
I banged into her.
A little cold-hearted.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and move there then. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go ahead and I want to make sure I hit this person down here. So I'm going to magic missile them at a level 3. Of course, it's only going to show me a level 1 though.
And this is the blue dragon man?
Yep, I'm going to... it's going to look like fireballs, but they're not, you know?
All right, let me... Hang on one sec.
Just looking for a shield spell.
No, actually, I'm trying to fix magic.
Yeah,
missile for
I
ya.
see him. Yeah, I see him pushing buttons on my end.
So try to click now, and it should prompt you for higher level.
It always prompted me before, but it always just... no, it didn't prompt. That one there didn't. Never mind. Okay, here you go.
There we go. Hey, it worked. Okay, so that's going to burn the spell properly. However, being that you know how this spell works, we just take the die roll, the first one, and multiply that by the number of missiles.
Yep.
So, all right, so you rolled a 2, and that is 5 missiles. So that's going to be 10 points of damage. So, and that was to the blue dragon guy, obviously, right?
Yes.
Okay, so those strike into him and wound him, but yes, as Hugo has sort of alluded to, he looks quite resilient. I'm also going to remove the marker for Draconic Cry, as we know that is no longer in effect.
All right, I can't grab my guy, but I do want to move over a little bit.
I'll move you back 1, see if that allows you to move yourself.
I'm trying to move to the right of...
Spectre, that's just like the limb of a tree, so that's why you can't get there.
Okay,
Don't
so...
want to line up anymore.
Then if I go there, am I okay there?
You're essentially inside, like, think of it as like you're pushing into the trees a bit. It's not going to affect you negatively at all, but yeah, you've got tree around you.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and quicken spell.
Okay. And which cantrip would you like to? All right, same target.
Yep.
All right, the firebolt strikes him, wounds him again.
And I think I still have 2 more movement, Adam, because there's a whole bunch of right, left, right kind of things that just didn't work.
I
But
think you're good
that's,
there. Yep.
yeah, that's what I'll just go to. So
All right, this guy is dead, so we'll remove him from initiative, and it is Hugo's turn.
Okay, so Hugo is going to look. Is he looking up? Is this dragon creature taller than him?
How tall is Hugo?
He's like 5'8".
He's significantly taller than you.
Okay, so he like looks up at him and he goes, "Oh, are you here to speak with Nerovane?"
As you say this, you notice he just looks it down towards you, and in Draconic, he replies, do you understand Draconic?
Oh no,
I do, though.
Hugo doesn't speak any useful languages. Unfortunately, he speaks languages from Cyrilia. So
All right, fair enough. So, Spectre, you will hear him say, in his deep, gravelly voice, "You have angered the cult one too many times. We are here for your lives." Which clearly shows you he understood Common, Spectre, but doesn't want to speak it.
What an elitist.
Kirchu yells,
He wants me.
Oh, God. So Hugo's going to telekinetically shove him away. Or try to.
He is not shoved away.
Damn. Alright, and then Hugo is going to cast Web.
Ooh.
Is that smart? Yeah.
It is.
there may be some, well, maybe that one won't, I don't know.
I'm just going to cast it right here.
All right, and with that triggered, selected, go ahead and hit trigger all. Okay, unfortunately, the two surviving ones are not affected, so
Damn.
only the corpse is really clung tight there.
All right, you got me on that one, I guess, but you still fell into that bush. I guess that's the end of his turn. Damn. Yeah, that's the end of his turn.
Okay, before that guy's turn, you will spot another cultist rushing onto the scene. Okay, now as you look at this one who just moments ago threw this orb of electricity at you, Hugo, you will notice in this haughty laughter he says, "You think you can stop me?" And with that he leaps into the air, seemingly magically flying to get over on this side.
Does he cast a spell to do it?
He does not.
Okay.
Yes, he can use a bonus action to gain a flying speed. No spell needed. As he lands on this side of you, with scimitar in hand, he will now take advantage of his fanatical ability to attack you at advantage. So I will need 2 defense rolls at disadvantage. You'll be hit the first and the second time.
Can I cast shield? Or do I have to
Would
call
you
that
like
at
to-
a time?
No, I told you you're hit, so that's all you need to know. Would you like to cast shield?
Sure.
Okay, so that will mean 17 and then 16 for those two. He will hit you still on both attacks.
Damn.
Okay, so the first one is going to do 28 total damage.
Jeez.
And the
Goodness
second
gracious.
is 13 for a total of 31 points of damage to Hugo. As he slashes this with a short sword, and you see lightning seems to arc off of it as he does so.
Okay.
This one is also dead. We'll remove him, Mysterious Stranger.
Okay, so we're gonna take it back for a second, Adam. When I came and I found this pond, I'm sure as any good fisherman would, he walked around and found his best spot. So as he looks back towards the trees behind him, does he remember there being trees that look the same on the other side?
Yes.
Okay. Well, he is going to use this ability as he walks up to this tree, because it looks quite large.
Okay.
And that will drop this. So that goes away. And then, I don't know how we want to do this, Adam, but he's going to come out wherever he hears the fighting on the other side, and he's going to look for more douchebags wearing this mask.
Okay, nice. All right, so I got to think how to rule this one. So there's definitely a lot of these same types of trees around. You automatically know the location, so I will say you detect basically hundreds of trees in the vicinity.
Cool. It says, as part of this, you enter, and you can pass into one of those trees or step out of the tree you're in.
Yeah,
so I guess,
the trick is you can't hear from the trees, right? So you don't
or
know,
see.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess what I will say is, I'm assuming you're basically wanting to move in an east direction because that's where you heard the sounds of combat?
Yep. Wherever I heard the most recent sounds of combat, because I imagine, after hearing some stabs in the Hugo and stuff, I probably heard a directional of things.
Yeah, it's coming from the east, but let's do it this way. Give me a blind check, and I'm going to take a perception from you here.
I was ready for it. I knew you were doing it.
Yeah, you have no clue how far away this. It could be anywhere between 100 and 400 feet away.
Cool. Well, let's just say coastline on the opposite side of the pond. That would be what he would, if he doesn't know exactly where it is, he just goes to the other side of the pond.
So I'm going to just say you go to there.
Cool. And then that would be 10, 15 feet of movement.
Okay.
Can you pop me to that space out of the tree, because I can't grab him? Alright. So then it stays up. I'm still concentrating on it so I can keep bouncing in between trees, but he's going to use his movement to just keep going in this direction, I believe, till he sees something. So that's dash. He's not seeing anything, so he's going to end this turn there. That would be the extent of his movement.
Okay, we are back over to Spectre.
Okay, it's looking like we're gonna need a little more, so I am going to Does the guy that just attacked Hugo look more or less armored than the dragon dude?
The dragon dude looks like he's wearing studded leather armor, as does the other cultist.
Okay. Well, and neither of them have shown any kind of like ranged or reach weapons, right? That guy had a scimitar and this guy has a spear.
Correct.
Also, I don't see any.
I'm going to ask one question here. Hugo, since you've been casting spells recently, am I safe to assume you do not have a weapon in hand?
No weapon. Just shield open hand.
Got it. Okay. Please go ahead and continue, Spectre.
Okay. The webbing is still up, right? That was the con save you did? Okay. Then I don't want to walk over there. So... But what I will do here is... I guess I'm Hunter's marking the Dragonborn. That seems like the correct decision.
Do you use the term Dragonborn when you try to hit him?
If that was a joke, I don't get it.
It doesn't apply. He's not a Dragonborn. That's what I was going for.
Got it. I mean the dragon man.
I know.
The half dragon. So Hunter's mark him, and then that is a bonus action, so I can't do the cool shit. But we're gonna burn that slot. We're going to shoot him twice, or attempt to.
Okay, so bonus action, Hunter's Mark upon him.
Yep. 1 and 2.
Those will both hit.
Nice.
So because he's next to Hugo, I also get sneak attack on the first one.
Yep.
So 19 plus 5, so 24. And then the second attack is another 10 plus 2, so 12 more.
All right, your arrows stab into the creature, wounding him pretty significantly.
And now I am trying to decide if denying the flank is a valuable enough thing, or if running the fuck away is what she would do. And I think she sees that Hugo's kind of hurting, so she's gonna... Well, I'm also concentrating on this thing. This guy can fly and flank me, so they're gonna get a flank no matter what, I think, actually. So, good luck, Hugo.
Hugo calls out now after he's been like pretty seriously wounded. He's like, "What did he say? I couldn't understand him. What did he say?"
Well,
He
shield stays up too, don't it?
Yeah, shield is up, but
he intends to kill us. And then I'm gonna go back a bit because they're gonna flank you no matter what I do. So there's no way I can position to stop that. So I'm gonna go here and assume that the web is gonna slow him down enough to not get here. Then I will still stand next to Kurtu to try to stop anyone from getting to him, at least.
Okay, before that guy's turn,
15 more people.
Harmony shows up.
Yes!
it's not home yet.
Doesn't mean she doesn't show up, dude.
This guy's turn, he will step out of the webs and take that flank position on Hugo, much like Spectre guessed. From there, he's going to shield bash you, Hugo. Defense roll. And we're going to add 2 to his attack score. Yes, so that will count as a fumble. So go ahead and roll a melee fumble.
Hugo's
Nice.
defense rolls have
very
been
good.
awesome.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Trips over the web.
Yeah, could be, yep. So-
My crap talk is working on it.
All right, so he stumbles into the tree here and is really embarrassed. All right, so end your turn. Move to the bottom of the initiative order at the start of the next round. All right, so we will just skip him for now. We put a new icon on him so we know that when the next turn starts, he goes to the bottom.
That was
Okay,
really fucking lucky,
Yeah,
bud.
that was very lucky.
Kurtu.
Okay, I only see these 2, but I thought there was another guy, so I'm going to look to see if I see this guy at all. By going there. So I do see him. I'm going to try this spell here, Adam. Haven't tried it yet, so we'll... Oh, wait a second. I want to go ahead and first cast Mind Sliver, and I'll wind up using a sorcery point here.
And your target is the guy in the back?
Yes. Well, I'll be able to... I'm going to cast Slow is what I'm going to do, so I'll be able to get him, but I want to try to slow one of these guys down first. So I'm going to actually... Well, no, I'll just get this non-Dragonborn guy. That's what I'll do with a Mind Sliver.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and post that, and then a spell effect roll. He is not affected by your Mind Sliver.
Alright, I'm still going to try to cast Slow.
Okay, so you're now quickening slow. Okay, so go ahead and burn your quicken sorcery points. And slow is on smart AoE, so feel free to do that. Pull it out where you like.
Is Quickened one that you just spend 2 sorcery points for every single level of spell that you want to switch? It doesn't change? That's
no,
pretty
Twin.
cool.
Yeah,
Twin.
It's fixed. Yep, Twin's the one that it changes by level.
That's cool.
Okay, that's way too small of a thing for...
If you just move it down, there you go. It just gives you the targeting icon, and then it shows you the whole thing. All right, so it's up to 6 creatures of your choice. Obviously, it works better. Actually, it probably won't matter. Even if it adds an icon to somebody and it's one of your friends, we'll just have them remove the icon.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get all 4 of these guys. I mean, 3 of these guys. So...
All right, are you able to move the targeting icon left? All right. So,
okay, there it goes. Yep. Okay.
Yep, so, yeah, if you're trying to get all of them, looks like you need to move it left again. Might be a little bit hard to tell because this is shaded gray and the mist is shaded
Yeah,
gray.
that's what happened at first. I didn't see that it was... Now I have 2 of these showing up, Adam.
Let me move one.
One of them's the web, I think.
Yep, I think you may have been right. Okay, so go ahead and trigger all there, and then we'll get the web back on. All right, so... Okay, so friendly saved. The guy to the south fails, so he will be slowed. The other one succeeds, so he is not slowed.
All right, so I only got one out of that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hey, one's better than zero, right?
Yeah. That guy's turn is.
Yeah, that guy does a lot of damage.
All right, I'm going to do there, and I'm going to end my turn. Adam, I don't know if there's any cleanup work that needs to be done, though.
I think the only thing that we got to do is the web was like there, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's where it was.
All right, now we're good. And Hugo, it is your turn.
Okay.
Just remember, on slow, he can't take a reaction if that helps you at all.
Yeah, it would probably help, but, you know, we did take a short rest, you said, before we came out here, and that's why we had full hit points and everything?
That is correct.
Okay, so with short rest, I get the old action surge back. I hate to do it, but these guys are really beating up on me, so one note Hugo is dropping a fireball right on top of
Good
us.
note.
It's a great note, man.
Hey, he gets a minus on his dex save, too, so...
That is true.
So let me just click it so I burn this one.
And I should easily be able to find you now that there's an explosion going off.
Multiple explosions.
Something like that, right?
Let me shrink this guy down just so it's easier for you to navigate.
Far away, you hear badass.
If
I
you're
do
gonna-
it.
I was just gonna say, if you're gonna do it there, just feel free to move yourself just out of the range, and then trigger all, and then put yourself back.
Okay. And the web is flammable, so I'm assuming it just goes up in this.
I think so. Yeah, with a massive fireball, I feel like it's just scorched.
I was hoping maybe it'll stay burnt for a little bit just to prevent people from running through, but
Fine.
It looked like that
Wait.
re-triggered.
Oh yeah,
web.
it did web. Maybe I had the wrong one clicked.
They're probably right
Here.
on top of each other. Yeah, you might have to.
Yeah, there it is.
Wait, so
Looks
this is web. Okay.
You can just click
Probably just
delete
leave
on your
that
keyboard, by the way, and it will delete it.
All right. Sorry about that. Here we go again.
Not a problem.
That's cool.
Okay,
Nice.
both of those guys managed to fail, so they both take some fire damage.
All right.
But hang on a sec. Okay, so
He crit failed.
yeah, but that for AoEs that won't matter. But the guy to the south, it applied resistance to him because this again is like a template kind of opponent, and they can be resistant to one of many elements, and he's not resistant to fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and take 13 more off him.
All right.
Okay, so that is the result of your first, and then if you're doing the same thing, go ahead. Otherwise, move yourself back where you were.
Yep. I'm doing the old action surge wombo combo here, and another fireball right on him.
And this guy in the middle I'm sure this guy was already dead, but somehow the smart AoE brought him back to life, so I'm just going to X him out.
Do we get extra experience points for him dying
Yeah.
twice?
Yeah.
And we shrink her down again.
I'm assuming that's still getting the far guy. I don't really remember.
No, that would, though.
Okay.
Was that your intention on the first one, too? Because you didn't get him on the first one.
Oh yeah, that was my intention. Sorry.
Okay, yep, no worries. Go ahead and post this one. Let's see if he's still alive, and then if so, I'm pretty sure he'll be dead.
Okay.
He is not still alive.
Nice.
Okay. So they all fail? Yeah, so, right. The two of these guys are scorched badly. The one in the end, you can see he just kind of burns down. And I would say there's absolutely nothing left of the web at this point.
And then I just give the half dragon, a big smile. Say, your coat's gonna be dead pretty soon, brother.
Brother.
And as And bonus action, I'm gonna second wind.
Okay. Fun side note, I learned in 1D&D they actually nerfed it where fighters can't use action surge on spells any longer. I wonder
Those
why.
pussies.
It's too good. So it's actually 7 back, not 15.
Yep, okay.
Okay, that's the end of his turn. He's gonna stay put.
Okay, that guy is slain, so we'll remove him. Alright, this guy is slowed. But yeah, he is going to attack you here, Hugo. So he is going to slash out in a rather slow fashion. And he will still have advantage on this. And yeah, that is going to hit. So that will be 12 piercing and 9 lightning for 21.
I'm actually gonna use shield if it does hit me.
Okay, so that will set your AC to 21. So go ahead and burn a shield. Okay, so 21, then your shield will absorb that strike. Okay, end of his turn. I need a new spell effect roll from Kurtu to see if this guy manages to shake off the effects of slow. He does not. He will remain slowed. Okay, Mysterious Stranger.
Okay, I'm gonna step into this tree here and come out right in the middle of the area that just exploded.
So again, you don't have great visual on it. So what I'm gonna say is you see like through the trees, and honestly, I don't even know how much you would see. You think you might, but how far away you are and how many trees are between you right now. So what I'm gonna say is I'll narrow this down for you a little bit based on that. Let me do a quick measurement. Give me another blind check, and we'll see how perceptive you are.
Sure, I'll throw a hero point on this one.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll help me get to the middle of some action.
You are not quite sure of where this is. I will say it could be anywhere between 100 and 300 feet away.
Let him roll.
Okay. Yeah, let's split the difference.
Yeah.
Let's go 200.
200 feet away. Okay. Hold on.
That's
one
good.
second.
That's what Nezzer would do. 200 straight to the east.
We're gonna miss him. We're
Okay, I'm gonna put you there momentarily.
Hey!
I'm gonna put you there
That was a good
momentarily.
guess.
All right, and now I'm gonna pick the closest tree to that 200-foot mark, and we're gonna say probably this one. So you appear there.
Cool. Thank you, Law of Averages.
There's another one.
Kill him.
Alright.
Another cultist just came out of the trees.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a beeline out of the tree right towards this dude, and I'm gonna like grab him right by the throat, and I'm gonna inflict wounds.
So remind me, tree stride, is that an action?
It takes his 10 feet of movement to get in and out of a tree, I think.
Yeah, so after I cast it the first time at him, as long as I'm still concentrating on it, I can use that transportation once per turn. And it doesn't require an action or bonus action, it's just something I can do.
Okay.
Fifth
fair
level
enough.
spells.
Sounds like that works.
Alright,
so
and
you reach out, try to inflict wounds upon him. So go ahead and give me a, yeah, go ahead and post this. Ooh, that is going to be a spell fumble.
what? It did not give me a prompt to do my...
It doesn't for higher level until you post the damage. But unfortunately, since you rolled a 1, it's not going to matter. But go ahead and give us a spell fumble.
Yeah, I like it. I was like looking around at everybody as I was running out, and I was like, this guy?
I probably should have... Oh, Spectre has a bow in hand, so she couldn't take an opportunity attack. Okay, so yeah, so it's the spell. You will definitely miss. You get kind of wrapped up in this, and your target has advantage on their first attack roll against you next round.
You forgot to watch the guy immediately in front of you. What's wrong with you? I don't say that. I don't say that.
You're just thinking
Well.
really hard.
Well, when he popped out, he wasn't expecting to see all of these people. So I don't know if I can do anything. Let's see.
Stop trying to heal him. cultist.
The cultist is trying to heal his buddy. We gotta kill him.
Go ahead and click.
I'm gonna like
Exactly.
grabbed by the throat.
Go ahead and click your inflict wounds though, just to burn that slot, so that comes off.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that will definitely.
Oh, I was gonna cast it at second level, so there's the burn for it. Oh, I would have ate him up. All right. I believe that's the end of my. After hearing everybody say that, though, I'm gonna bonus action. I can't do that because it's a spell. Sorry. How about this? I'll grab the club that looks like a baseball bat by my side, and I'll bonus action Chalet.
Okay. Okay, Spectre. So yeah, you don't know where this other individual came from, but it certainly seems like he is attacking your enemy. So your turn.
Yep. Okay.
Oh,
He's
and how
kinda
did I
in-
forget? So the dragon, half dragon, moves to the end of the initiative round.
Yep.
Bloop, there we are. Okay, now Spectre.
Okay. Well, there's a guy in my way now. If I were to go into the difficult terrain, do I have difficulty shooting, or is it just movement?
It's not going to impact your shooting unless there's cover, of course. So if you draw a line and you're going through a tree or through a person, it's
yeah.
going to be covered.
Okay. Then we're gonna provoke the opportunity attack because I don't know if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I think I have a reasonable shot of getting around this tree. So I'm gonna go this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Am I moving through a tree right now? I think I am.
Yes, that would be difficult terrain.
So 25, 30, 35, 40. I'll bonus action dash. So I have a billion movement back. So here, I'm going to shoot the guy with my hunter's mark on him. I'm going to withhold sneak attack for the first shot because he looks almost dead to me.
2 fireballs tends to do that.
Sometimes. 20.
Yes, that will hit.
Enough. So 12 plus whatever, 1d6.
He is indeed slain.
13. And then I'm going to swing around with the second shot at the slowed individual, and I will use sneak attack on this if... let me draw a line first. Am I okay? It looks
I would say
okay.
you're good there. Yeah, that square is not fully filled with trees, so.
Alright, I'm going to shoot him. Reminder, he has a -2, I believe,
2.
to his
Yeah,
armor
-2.
class. Come on, roll 20. There we go. So 19.
That will hit.
Alright, so 12 plus 9 is oftentimes 21.
And how about Hunter's... Oh, you don't have Hunter's Mark.
I cannot
Unfortunately,
move. Yeah,
he
I
is
can't move.
still alive.
Yeah. Because I used my bonus action to dash. And I don't think per erratas I'm allowed to move it between attacks anyway. So I moved, we'll call that 15, because I think I moved through a tree, so I will go 25, 35, and chill here.
Okay. All right, Kurtu.
All right, seeing this guy here, I'm going to go ahead and use a hit die on him.
I assume you mean hero point. So go ahead
Yeah,
and
I
burn
meant
a
hero point.
But yeah, we'll take that roll for you. With
So
his
that would
slowed AC, that will hit with your +1 hero point.
Incredible.
Is he still standing?
He is not after he takes that damage. Okay, doing a quick look. All the obvious enemies have been slain. We are out of combat, folks.
Great. Well, I don't know if we are. There's an
Yeah.
obvious enemy right here, you know?
Put down your club.
What?
I will burn you as well.
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell are you? Were they messing with your fishing too?
Something like that.
There's fish around here?
Yes, I had caught like 4. And then this guy appeared behind me with some flashing lights. Then his buddy came, and then another buddy came, and well, I took them all out, and I heard you guys on this side. So I
You're
came
not
through the
dressed like a
tree.
cultist, but you look like one.
Yeah, so do you. A small little dragon.
I don't look like a cultist. These guys look like cultists. And you.
They're just wearing masks. How do I know you don't have mask on you? Show me what's in your bag.
We actually do.
I actually have a turtle in my bag. I can't say that to you right now.
That turtle's dead, I think.
Well, why were you guys fighting him?
They were attacking us. Maybe they wanted your fishing spot. Who knows?
No, they weren't looking for me. I surprised them. They didn't know I was there. They were looking for you, I guess. There's a lot more over here than over there. I think I killed your reinforcements.
Do you know who these people are?
I've seen them a couple of times.
And as you're speaking, far off in the distance, you hear a shouted voice. The dragons rise! You cannot stop us!
Direction?
Westish?
And this whole time, the music, the like singing, is still going on.
Yeah, what happened to that? Is the light still there?
No, that you haven't heard since the battle started. That was flavor text. Like I imagine maybe Nezra was maybe humming as he was fishing or something along those lines, but you don't hear it any longer.
Do we still see the lights?
You do.
Hey, you live around here? Do you know what those are?
No, I don't live around here. No, I don't know what those lights are either. Like I said, I was fishing, and these folks interrupted. So I came over here to kill them for their interruption.
Adam, do the lights seem like they're like trail markers, basically, for the mist?
It feels like maybe if you got closer to it and looked at it, you might be able to make some kind of educated guess on that.
Do we still hear shouting, or does it sound like it was petering away, like he was running?
Peter, yeah, it's spot on. Yeah, like a shouted, like, we lost, but we want to make sure to tell you this kind of thing.
Whatever.
Well, I did leave one alive, but I thought he was gonna die because he was almost near death anyways. You always leave one to tell the story, right?
Yeah, well, that one didn't see any of us, so he only saw you, so if that happened, if anything bad happens, it's just for you.
I'll say as you guys like keep approaching closer, I'll give you a quick description of what he looks like. So I would say immediately what you notice is he's tall, and he's really like broad-shouldered. He's got this dusty brown cloak, and his hood is raised over. Over his chest, you can see that he's got these 2 hempen ropes that have like feathers and fangs and claws. There's even like a full bear paw, and one of them has like a full-on dragon tooth hanging from it that still has blood on the end of the tooth from where it got yanked out of the dragon's mouth. And he kind of points towards the other side of the pond and says, you know, all my stuff's over there and I have food. Do you want to take a second, meet each other, have a quick meal, tell me why you're here?
Where'd you get the dragon tooth from? I've got one too.
I'm supposed to kill, I think it's 4. I'm looking for a yellow or gold one now.
That is called Turbo Spell. He cast 6 cantrips in a row.
Those were some good rolls, Bill.
I know. Why did I?
Yeah,
use
right.
them
He
all
just
up, right?
burned all of his great rolls.
Well, not
The first one
one,
wasn't
yeah,
that
yeah,
one though. So
Yep. You're after gold dragons? You're evil. Gold dragons are good. And one of them was my friend.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't say I
just to
was
let you
looking
know.
to kill them.
That's my background. Is
I know.
was the follower of a gold dragon, dude. So just to let you know, we're not friends anymore.
And then he says, oh, it was a green one as well, and then a blue one I was looking for.
Does this one count? Hugo sort of like kicks the dead half dragon.
No, I've never seen something like that.
Happens more when bards are in the picture. But it sounds like you helped us inadvertently. So this
So
could
give
be
us your fish and we'll let you live.
could be an enemy of our enemy is our friend situation. I'm not
Well,
big on the word friend, but
I tried to get into Altand, but apparently they've been under attack recently. They didn't let me in.
yeah, I wonder why.
I don't wonder. Apparently it was a green dragon, and obviously I'm a green dragon born, as you can see. My name is Nezra. Yourself?
Spectre.
My name is Hugo.
My name is none of your business, Gold Dragon Hunter.
I was just measuring your size, little one. And you're obviously a gold dragon born, but tiny. I don't think I've seen one your size before.
I'm a Dragorn.
What is that?
None of your business either, Gold Dragon Hunter.
I'm not hunting any metallic dragons. Just chromatic ones. It's what I've been ordered to do.
Convenient. Did you know about the green one in this? Oh yeah, you said that already. Um, we happen to know where its lair is. Not sure.
Good, let's go.
Not sure if it's still there. We kind of chased it off. It might have retreated farther in. We didn't see where it went. Is that true? Did it like fly off into the horizon?
It flew down below the area that you could see, so downwards towards the cave. You assume it went in, but you can't say for sure.
Okay.
We need to search these bodies. These ones here seemed important. Maybe they've got notes.
Sure. Well, like I said, my
Not
stuff's on the
talking
other
to
side.
you, green dragon dude.
It's Nezra.
Sure, whatever. I don't care what your parents named you.
Wasn't my parents.
We should probably take the opportunity while he's looting the corpses to assess whether these light things are a threat or not.
There was more on the other side.
Hugo, this seems like your area of expertise.
Alright.
Are they still
Check you out.
flashing, Adam?
Yes, they do.
Can
Hey,
I
Adam, also
make my way to it?
All right, so are we leaving? We're going to the other bodies.
Um,
Is that what we're doing first, or?
We're checking out the light thing up here. If you want to keep looting bodies, you can. Just
No, I don't. I'm not gonna. Kurtu wouldn't stick around there by himself. Well, you guys.
well, we're not going far, right? It's
Yeah.
just like up here, right, Adam? Somewhere in this
Hugo
area.
is standing right next to it at the moment. So yes, Hugo, as you get next to these lights and you start looking and analyzing them, go ahead and give me a blind check. This bears a remarkable resemblance to something you've heard before called fairy lights. Fairy lights have properties that when you touch them, they can transport you through space.
This is like a way to transport around here.
So,
Interesting, but probably inadvisable given that we don't really know where we are and where it's going to spit us out.
they seemed, I don't want to assume with your group here, but they seemed like they were coming for you. Like I said, on the other side there, I saw 3 more, and they obviously didn't know I was there, but they were coming this way as if they were sneaking up, trying to get the jump on you.
Yeah, that tracks with what the Dragonborn said. Or half dragon, god damn it.
So what, are you guys wanted or something?
Well, we've kind of been a thorn in their side for several weeks or months at this point, so...
We're deadly.
I can tell. Look,
Chased off a
little
few
one,
dragons.
I was only joking about the gold dragons. I don't care about them. The real reason I'm here is, like I said, I was given orders to... it's... it's tricky, but it's called the Ultimate Hunt. Have you heard of Tiamat?
Vaguely.
Well, my deity, although lesser, would like me to stop whatever is making them move, I guess you could say. So, I've been hunting dragons, hoping I can learn more. That's it. That's why I'm here.
Well, that aligns with our goals well enough. We're here to kill or drive off dragons for the elves in Altant. Maybe if you help us with that, they will be more receptive to your visiting.
I don't really care. I don't care if they let me visit. You said you saw this green dragon, and you think he went back? How are you feeling? Are you strong enough to fight him again?
He did a number on us, but we are missing several of our colleagues who should be hale and hearty enough to recover. We lost one guy in the caves. Actually, we lost two. One of them's dead. We don't know where the other one is. There's also a half-elf that we're expecting to come along any moment now when she feels like it. And is that everybody? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you haven't seen.
Yeah, there was a driver at one point, but he's gone.
What? You guys travel with such a large group. Is there any reason why?
Because
We have
we're...
played this game.
Because it's a green dragon.
It's going to take at least a session for Kurt to forgive you, by the way, just to let you know.
It's okay. It's okay.
You
I
did
knew what I
tell
was
him
doing.
you hunt gold dragons, dude.
Yeah. I know what I was doing.
I'm a little hurt, but
Well, that
this
reminds
dragon
me, because you guys all got your short rest right at the beginning, please go ahead and deduct 1 short rest from your display so you know exactly how many short rests you have left.
Already did it, Chief.
Thank you.
Yeah, our intrepid Dragoran is looking a little worse for wear, for sure.
Well, if you need a second, I mean, I could heal you. It's not really my forte, but I do have something prepared for the day.
What do you think?
Well,
I turn to Kurtu.
Do you like to stand in the front when the fray's happening?
I like to kill as many things as possible when the fray is happening. Whether that's the front or the back, it does not matter.
Maybe we'll let you be the FNG and see how it goes.
Don't know what that is, but my offer still stands. Do you need a pick-me-up? You too, human. You look a little rough. You got stabbed or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you're offering healing, sure, I'll take some.
Okay.
Who's your deity? You said that you follow a deity. Who is that?
The Beastmaster. Melora?
Does that ring a bell to any of us? Are all the deities like common knowledge, or
No, definitely not. In Forgotten Realms, there's so many of them that it feels like you would want basically religion check unless they're super prominent in the area. So if you'd like to make a religion check to see if you've heard of that before, you can.
Is that only if you're trained in it?
No, this one I would say you don't need to be trained. Again, you might have just heard it somewhere.
you
I
want to
mean,
blank?
Bill knows, but Kurtu may not.
Blind check, yes, please. So Kurtu and Spectre, I mean, the name might sound familiar, but you don't remember any specific details, anything like that. Hugo, I would say you've heard of this deity before. Again, you're not super familiar with it. It's kind of a more of a remote deity, not one of the primary ones that you typically hear people worshiping. You know its titles are the Beast Lord, the Great Beast, the Beast of Beasts, the Blood God, the Black-Blooded One, the Wild Hunter, and the Master of the Hunt.
Yes. See? You know.
Yeah. It's a pretty intense one.
Yeah. So, it's the ultimate prey, right? A god? Sounds fun. Killing a god. Something I've always wanted to do.
Oh, we're a few levels away from that, but not by much.
Maybe you are. I think I could take one on now. But here, look. I'm gonna... You see, what he does is he kind of, he's on his right hand. As he lifts his hand up to cast this spell, you notice that he's missing his middle finger and his ring finger on his right hand. So he's just got, like, permanent rocker hand. And he bites the tip of his thumb and kind of runs it across his chest. And as he does, like, puts his hand on the ground, and this area pulls up around him that's about 30 feet long. Or 30 feet in radius, and it seems like the whole area becomes more lively. Like the smell is thicker, the grass is a little bit more lush, the trees kind of flourish a little bit, and he'll pump. Let's see, he's got a minute, so how many is that? 2d6 for 10 rounds?
10.
20d6.
20d6?
No, wait a minute.
20.
So, let's see, that's 10 rounds, right? So 10,
Yeah.
20d6.
All right, so I don't know how you want to do this, but he'll give Kurtu 10 and Hugo
Just
10.
roll 20d6 and divide it into 2d6 increments, however you want that way. Actually, I would say just roll 20d6 and divide it however you want. That'll make
That's
it
a
easier.
lot of sixes in there, right?
Wow, that's a pretty good roll.
While
let's
you're
just...
deciding that, go ahead and just type into chat who's getting how much back. So, Armony, well, you were back at Altand, waiting there as your companions moved on to track down the knowledge of where this dragon's lair was. You hung back a bit with Kurtu at first to gather some more information, see if Quinkin ever made his way back, those types of things. He didn't. You kind of still wanted to stay around, offering your aid to some of the injured Elvish villagers. Kurtu eventually decided to go on ahead as he started worrying that maybe the team got into a bit too much. You stayed back a little bit, but eventually decided to start making your way here. You overheard from the guards telling you that they had spotted, some of the scouts did anyhow, that there was this strange individual, seemed to be a green dragonborn, who was asking for access to Altan, and they told him no, because they did not want him to come aboard based on how they had recently been attacked by a green dragon. And yeah, they know dragonborn and dragons aren't really the same thing, but people were feeling a little bit too leery about it. So eventually, as you decided to make your way back out, and they knew the direction you were heading was where scouts had originally spotted this individual, they asked if you would just sort of stop by, check him out, see what you thought about him. Because they've grown to sort of trust you a little bit here while you spent some time taking care of the villagers. You've been pushing through the forest, heard the sounds of combat off in the distance, tried to catch up a little bit, seeing these flashes of light in different areas. You sort of turn this corner and you notice one of these glowing lights that you had spotted. It seems very interesting. You can see almost like it pulsing as little bits of light pulse through this area and then seem to light the brightest as they get to the eastern part of this. So you're standing here looking at this glowing light and it looks kind of curious to you.
So yeah,
So hang on one sec there. So Libby, I see yours lighting up, but we don't hear you talking. So we'll give her a moment to diagnose tech issue there. But yeah, go ahead. If there was something else in Ezra you wanted to say.
I was just going to make sure everybody had updated their health there, but I think everybody should be at max.
Yeah, but I can only until I get a long rest. Is that it, Adam?
Correct. You suffer from a grievous wound until
Yep.
you get a long rest.
Yep. Thanks, Dylan. Dylan and Bill are still friends, but Kurtu doesn't like your
Yeah, of course,
part,
buddy.
you know.
With that grievous wound, Adam, can I make a medicine check to see if there's anything that I can do to fix it now?
I will say that even without a medicine check, you're familiar with these kind of wounds. It takes very powerful magic to undo a grievous wound. Basically, you're looking at something like the heal spell.
Gotcha.
Or a long rest, which is the far more typical way people get rid of grievous wounds.
Let's see.
Testing.
One day I'll have
now we
that
can
heal
hear you,
spell. There
Libby.
she is.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, hopefully you were able to
Libby.
hear that whole spiel. But yeah, welcome.
I think I heard most of it. I
Follow the
was
light.
gonna. Sorry.
I just said follow the light.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say that Harmony would like investigate what the fairy lights are, but I know somebody already did that, and I don't recall what they were. But I don't really want to make you have to roleplay it again.
No, that's okay. So you're moving through the woods and you're nearby one of these fairy lights. You can give a blind check real quick to see if Harmony is at all familiar with these. Yeah, I would say she is based on that roll. So yes, I would say you also know that these fairy lights, they whisk people away from one point to a next. Usually it's not really long bits of transportation. All right, you guys notice as Harmony suddenly appears from the fairy light.
Hey, there she is.
Now, I'd just like you guys to take a moment and wonder, man, how much different would that battle have gone if you'd used the fairy lights, right? You could jump back and forth.
We were threatened with will-o-wisps, so I wasn't walking up there.
Whoa, that was cool.
Oh, hey.
Whoa.
So, is this another friend of yours?
Yeah, she's friendly.
Who's this guy?
He's someone that can heal almost as good as you. Look at this. And Hugo just looks like normal because all his wounds are healed.
I'll be the judge of that.
Oh god,
Not
their
really.
parents are butt heads. Oh.
No, it's not something I normally do. It's just they mentioned a dragon. I'm ready to take it on. Like I said, my stuff's on the other side of the pond there. Let me go get my shield and my bag, and I've got some fish we can eat.
Kurtu
Where's-
perks up a little bit.
Where's Rasmus? I think you guys are missing one.
Well,
He didn't make it.
Or they captured him on foot. We don't know. We haven't seen the body, so we don't know if he's still alive or not. But we don't think he could be. I
He's
don't think
definitely
so.
dead. Gale filled us in.
Wow.
the dragon got him.
Also, who's carrying Sail?
Gale was doing
I got him
some
in a bag of
scouting.
hold.
Gale's alright. He's around, but
He's searching. He's out investigating. He's not doing too good either. He wasn't doing good.
He almost died as well. And the dragon escaped, but we think it returned to its lair, probably.
Wow. So,
But this is Nezra, right? That's your name? Nezra?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just Nezra.
He is also dragon hunting.
well, that's convenient.
Sure.
Not really convenient. I was told to. That's what I keep telling them. My deity gives me instructions.
Oh,
Are you familiar? Are you familiar with Malar? You know Malar, right? You're an elf. You know them.
Is a religion check a blind check?
Yes. You've definitely heard of Malar. I would say you most primarily associate Malar with violent hunting is probably the closest I could say here. His like followers, I would say, tend to be very animalistic and barbaric.
And chaotic evil, but we're not talking alignment here.
A little bloodthirsty, isn't your main man?
Well, yeah. Isn't all predators supposed to be bloodthirsty? That's how it works, right?
Peace and love, man.
It's a benefit to us from what we're going up against. So, if we're eating, let's do it real quick. But we got to get back there. We are still missing one other person. Unlikely that we want to abandon.
I'll just wait here. I'll go get my bag.
Could use the fairy light. Okay, never mind.
I want to.
Right, Adam. I'm gonna take this string of fish too and just throw it over my shoulder, and I'll grab all of my stuff, and then I'll make my way back. I'll go use the fairy light this time, but
Okay.
That one takes him to a completely different zone.
I'll need a swimming check for crossing the. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, do they go back and forth if you want to, or
They
is it
do.
just...
Yep, yeah, I threw it in there thinking, oh, this may be kind of interesting. Like if you're jumping back and forth, like hit a guy over here, come over there, go behind a tree. I figured it would open up a lot of different, tactical dynamics. But you never know. That's the fun of D&D, right? You never know how the players will react.
That's right.
I will say, as Nezzer comes back with all of his stuff now, you see he's taking that dusty brown cloak off, and he's got this chain mail shirt on, and he's got his shield on his arm now, and the shield itself has this red handprint on it, and then it's just covered in blood and gore and like different little chunks of, different dryness of blood and stuff, and it's like he's never washed the shield once, and it's just thick with, it's visceral grossness. And then he's got a fishing rod that's kind of broken down in half on his back.
Big collector, eh?
Everything I've ever killed, and take something from it. Which reminds me, those guys on the other side, they just had some mask and just daggers and stuff. Did you check these for any... I don't know.
I'm not as good at checking these. That my hands get slippery in the goo.
Alright. I'll rifle through the dragon's pockets.
Hey, Adam, I'm gonna pull a. I don't even know what it would be right now, but I'm gonna pull that turtle warrior, whatever, out of the bag of holding.
It's going to be quite challenging for you to do so because, yes, the turtle died and would shapeshift automatically back into normal size. So as you open the bag, I imagine you see, like you're reaching out, you feel like metal, like your hand hits on metal, and you like grab and you start trying to pull it, and you realize, oh man, this is really heavy. Like you're grabbing onto basically the plate armor of this warrior that is inside your bag.
Yeah, plate mail if anybody wants it.
Hey, look, I know I'm a new guy and everything, but I can wear that.
It may not fit you. She was small. We might have to get it fitted, but
You wear plate. You could wear plate mail. You're like a fighter, huh?
I can wear any armor. Not only that, but I can bless you with armor yourself. Cover you with bark. Make you extra beefy.
Oh,
Doesn't seem like you
I
need
have
it.
armor. Yeah, I already wear armor.
I like to get close. When I kill, I like to see it, smell it, taste it. I don't like to do it from far away.
I like fire.
Are you strong? Can you help my golden dragon-loving friend here?
I'm not, like, very strong. I'm of average strength, maybe a little extra. My god gives me most of my powers.
If you're not going to be useful, I'll help you here too. Come here.
Oh, I'm not good at searching. I don't know who's searching.
I'll let you help. I'll help you pull the
I'll help Kurtu if you want
body
to.
out.
Yeah, if you want to continue the investigation, I'll help Kurtu. Try to prove my worth.
All right, I'm getting a picture of multiple hands going into the bag of holding, trying to pull this form out.
Best as can.
All right, Kurtu, since it is your bag of holding, go ahead and give me a blind check, please. Okay, as you and Nezra are pulling this shape out, you start extracting. You notice the head pops out first. You start pulling it further. Suddenly, you hear a pop sound as the bag is pierced from the inside. All of the contents suddenly pop on the ground all around you, including this body of a clad elvish knight holding a great sword with parts of the bag of holding's cloth still on it.
What a punk.
Unfortunate. How much were we carrying in there?
I had all my cold weather gear and everything like that in there. I didn't have any people giving me stuff though.
Nope. I never used it.
Out of character, I think Rasmus was holding most of the crap that you guys had. Because he was the treasurer.
Yeah,
so
and
he's got the writ and everything on him.
Yeah, and I know that Brian gave me his cold weather gear too. So I think it's just a whole bunch of hodgepodge stuff for the most part.
And a body.
Well, we got it. Here it is, right here.
So yes, the body was indeed wearing plate mail armor, size for a female elvish knight. So yes, I imagine much too small for Nezra, but she also had a great sword. Let's see, Hugo rolled a d4, excellent. So as you search the bodies here and just kind of rifle through coin purses, pouches, that type of thing, you come up with a total of 80 gold pieces.
That's not going to pay for the bag.
Yeah, unfortunate for the bag. I mean, if you sell that armor, probably would pay for the bag. But someone's got to carry it now. Does anyone want to carry that?
Oh, look at me.
65 pounds, by the way.
I'm too weak.
I mean, I guess technically Hugo could wear it.
You said Hugo is 5'8". You could probably wiggle into it a bit. You don't think you'd be fighting fully effective until you had it truly fitted to you. Usually plate armor is fitted specifically to the wearer, so it's not impossible for you to wear it. You just feel like you wouldn't be very effective wearing it until it's fitted.
Huh.
Why don't we drag it to where we need to go? Just leave it outside and pick it up on the way out.
Hugo, are you able to cast Detect Magic to see if maybe any of the items we have might be special?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm assuming you're doing this on all of the items that the cultists fought with in war and that type of thing.
Yeah, he'll cast it ritually though, if possible. So.
Okay, you start casting, which will take 10 minutes or so. Anybody else doing anything in this time?
Keeping watch, listening out for cultists advancing from the direction the other guy ran in.
Fair enough. You don't hear anything like that during the 10 minutes that pass. Detect magic? No. None of the gear on the enemies that you have defeated here appears to be magical.
Okay, including the armored
The Elvish Knight, correct. Yep,
Yeah.
it's just regular plate armor and a regular greatsword.
Yeah, none of this stuff is magic. So, I say we just, I don't feel like lugging that around. So,
So are you ready to go fight that dragon now? Show me where it is. Yeah? I'm ready.
I think so. Why were we coming out here again?
Narrative convenience.
You
But
know, investigate the lights, right? Or something.
we were following the lights. We figured out that they were fairy lights. We found this guy. We found Harmony. I think we can go back to where we were going.
I don't want to be rude or anything, but I mentioned this. Did y'all think about the fact that maybe they were hunting you?
We know.
Yeah, seems like it. Seemed very targeted, I'll say that much.
Yes.
But, alright. Nezra, we got a deal. You come with us, you get to keep at least one tooth for the honor and your belt. And, we'll split the treasure amongst ourselves, but you get the teeth.
It is going to cost you that large fish, though. The large one. Not a small one. The large one. You have 4 of them.
So he reaches over and cuts off the large fish from the line of fish, and then immediately hands it to Kurtu. Deal.
This
Yeah.
is the first down payment.
Kurtu starts stuffing his face.
Yeah. You just hired the best companions a dragon hunter could ever ask for.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Let's go find Gale and Zeno.
Alright.
Also, did you get in a fight inside of that cave already? Is that what you said? You're going back now?
Oh yeah. Gotta clear him out.
I do have this spell prepared where I know you said your friend died, but I can speak with the dead. Something I have the ability to do. If he wanted to say last words, ask him questions, or if there's anybody you ever want to question who is dead.
We'll keep that in our back pocket.
Have you ever talked to a dead person? And I look over at Spectre.
I've talked to people who didn't know they were dead.
That's pretty...
Intimidation
That's a-
check.
Yeah, that's a badass saying. Okay.
Mai wa mo shinderu. Etc. Are we
Okay, so it sounds like the group wants to push back towards the location they know to be where the entrance to the stronghold is.
Yes, and we would like to be a little bit fanned out in case that dragon is hanging out in that fucking pool right at the bottom. Or can we sneak around to the top? Anyway, because we gotta go there anyway.
Sure, so you want to take like a wide range berth around to the top.
Yeah, where we left the grappling hook and all that shit. I don't even know if it's still there, but...
I would assume you guys retrieved it. Actually, no, probably not, because you
We're in a
jumped
hurry.
off, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so we will assume you guys take the wide berth around. This takes you a little bit longer. You climb back up that side hill that you've already identified, get to the top where the river is plunging down into the pool below. I'm assuming retying a grappling hook and starting to make your way down?
Harmony, do you have any more of that antitoxin?
Oh yeah, that's important.
Yes, I have 6 of them. But
Whoa.
Hugo, can you carry some of my platinum? Because I can't carry all this stuff.
What? How rich are you?
That is nickel and diming with things.
Yeah, sure. Give me as much platinum as you can carry.
I'm sure.
Look,
Hugo
maybe I am gonna go to Burning Man next year. I have that kind of problem.
Well, last time, yeah. So, let me see here. Because I can't seem to get it under carrying capacity. I don't know.
I will also say that what came out of the bag of holding, I had a climber's kit, crampons, snow gear, cold weather gear stuff, and some rope. So if we want to bring any of that stuff with us.
So based
Take the
on
rope
your
to the
strength score, Harmony, you need to get your total weight under 90.
I don't think I can wear studded leather armor. Like I'm like out of things to get rid of.
How much does this studded leather armor weigh? 13?
13, I think it says. Um,
You could hand over like healer's kit to somebody else if you wanted to. That might help.
I mean, it's only what I built my character around, but
Well, I mean, you can still use the charges from the kit, like somebody else is just hanging on to it for you, right? Or you also happen to be holding on to 17 rations right now. You might want to cut down there.
okay, yeah, I'll just dump all the food. So it's
is.
multiplying the 2 by 17?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot.
All right, so
Okay.
this is like a picture out of a video game. She's like, just throws rations all on the ground. There's everywhere.
It's a perfect
I
circle
100%
around her.
am doing that.
Like
I
this-
thought I had done that
Feed the
earlier
animals.
because I have good berries, so I'm never going to starve. Okay. Never mind.
Oh, really? All right, fine.
And Nezra says, I
Man.
can create food and water too.
Thought I could trust you, Hugo, but I guess not.
What do you mean?
So what was the question? Yes, I have antitoxins still, 6 of them.
Oh, do you mind if we all take some before we go down in there?
We're gonna need those again.
In case this dragon is there. It likes to breathe poisonous gas on us.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, I guess it's a good time for me to mention this as well. I've got this ability is called Dampen Elements. It's pretty straightforward, right? If you're within 30 feet of me, I can only do it once, but I can do it like every 6 seconds, but I need a second to like recharge. But if it's like cold or fire or acid or lightning or anything like that, if you're that close to me, I can reduce it for you. So that's something else I can do for you.
It's a convenient power to have.
Poison too, right?
No, not poison, but I myself am already resistant to it, and I can go immune to it. So if I need to go right into the belly of the dragon, then it will not hurt me.
It's good to know. Maybe we have you sort of have it breathe on you instead of us.
Wasted
that-
turn, yeah.
Where's that quirky little elf that joined you guys?
I don't really know.
When I saw him, he sort of sunk into the wall. He sort of beckoned me to come with him too, but I was too. The dragon was between us, so he might still be in there, just like in the walls.
Which is why it's in our interest to go back to make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Anyways, if you're happy to spare him, I think we should all drink. Besides maybe Nezra, drink some of this antitoxin.
Should you drink it now or when you get exposed?
When we get
Drink
there,
it now.
closer. Yeah.
Well,
I think
because we're at the top, right?
You are at the top, right next to the river, and yes, it sounds like you all want to take a hit of the antitoxin.
When you put it like that, I think out of character it gives you an hour of saves or
Yes.
advantage on
Advantage.
saves. Yeah.
So you got to do it before.
Yeah. It's not to like treat it once you have it. It's preventative.
All
To
right.
get it.
So you each drink
makes
an antitoxin then. So Harmony, go ahead and deduct 5 antitoxins. And then is your plan to tie a grappling hook like you did last time around a rock and try to rappel down?
thought-
Yes, but I will recommend that if Harmony is able to make a flying familiar with her druid thing, we may want to just check the mouth of the cave to make sure the dragon's not like right on the other side waiting for us.
And just a heads up, I am very depleted on magic. So, don't expect a lot of craziness from me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna give myself a second level back, Adam.
Okay. So make sure, as a reminder, burn the channel divinity first and then that one, because it's going to use one charge of each.
Gotcha.
Adam, is it possible when we took that short rest before, I could have used the arcane recovery? Or
If
is
you
that?
hadn't already used it, but yeah, it was still
Let
on
me
your sheet?
double check. Oh no, I'd already used it. So
Okay. Okay, so Armony, it sounds like Spectre's suggesting you use Wild Familiar ability to summon something that can fly down there and give you line of sight. Is that something you're interested in doing?
Yeah. I was debating using a Staff of Spiders charge. If I summon a giant spider, I wouldn't be able to have the connection with it that I would with a familiar.
Right, so this is very similar to the giant insect spell, other than it's only for spiders. Let me double check that spell, but I don't believe it gives you any kind of ability to see out of their eyes.
you can't communicate with them, can you?
Based on memory, I don't think so, but let me double check.
I had been trying to. I assumed that it was like the summon spell.
So the way this works is just like giant insect, except you don't have to have an insect with you. So you can just summon it rather than having to tap like a tiny spider and make it a giant spider. So the way it works is each creature obeys your verbal commands, and in combat they act on your turn each round. So it would be a giant spider. Yeah, you don't, like, you can tell it what to do, but it can't communicate back to you. You won't be able to see out of its eyes.
Thanks for letting me know. Okay, yeah, I'll do Wild Companion.
All right, so if we have that
just
built in for you to burn a usage of that, go ahead and click that. If not, just go ahead and deduct one of your wild shapes, and then you're going to summon something that can fly, I'm assuming?
I don't think I can do that.
I believe this works just like Find Familiar, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. You can do like an owl or a raven or something. I'm pretty sure. It's just Find Familiar, except it only lasts an hour or so.
Yep, so like Hawk or Owl or Raven might work.
Okay. Raven.
Okay.
Works for me.
Yes, okay. Alright, so the creature is a fae instead of a beast, and it disappears after a number of hours equal to half your druid level. So 1 hour, essentially, is what you got here. You summon a raven. And what is it? You're asking the raven to basically just fly down and take a look?
Yep.
Okay, so the raven flies down and kind of does a scout out, comes back to you. Telepathically, it will say, open, no threats, lights.
Okay. It says there's no threats down there, but there is light.
Hmm. I don't think there was light last time.
Kinda sounds boring.
That's what we want. We don't want to be
Alright.
funneled into that tunnel.
At the very least, there's no one looking to trap us there, right?
Or should I go first then? You want me to go make sure there's nothing human waiting for us around the corner?
Yeah, why not? We go one at a time so the rope doesn't break, and we'll reconvene at the entrance.
Sure. So I'll hook myself around Adam and shimmy down the rope.
And I'm assuming, is everybody following down right away, or are you waiting to hear from Nezra that all's clear before you come down?
I want to wait like 2 seconds in case like a blast of poison comes through the waterfall. But
Okay, is anybody waiting like substantially longer than a couple of seconds?
Yes, I am.
I'm definitely going last.
Okay, so I'm going to assume then that Kurtu and Armony are still up above. Nezra comes down, doesn't get blasted with poison immediately, so Spectre then comes down. How about Hugo?
Hugo will give it like a 10-second break before coming down.
Okay, so it's just Nezra and Spectre then, right at to start. So I'm going to move you guys over to this map. The other three of you guys, you're not going to see anything right away. Just hold on momentarily.
our buddy Gale still AWOL. Are we gonna have to
You
do this song
haven't
and dance
seen
next week too?
Only if the module maybe dictates another thing that happens when a companion splits up. Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys should be able to see what you can see. And yeah, I will say, Spectre, having been here once before, you do notice the presence of lamps that actually are bright affixed to the walls.
Souls. They did that on purpose. Were they there before and just not lit, or are these new?
You don't recall seeing these before.
Okay. I will give a tug on the rope to indicate that I want the others to come down.
Hugo, you'd be the next closest. You feel the tug. Do you start climbing down?
Yeah. He goes, that's my cue. And then just starts ascending.
All right, you manage to climb down to the base.
And he gives 2 tugs.
I'll go next.
All right, and once Kurtu descends, Harmony, do you descend last?
Yep.
Okay, you are all there.
Watch out here, Nezra. It's like a very steep incline. You can just go tumbling.
Now, remind me, is this a thing that we're gonna have to do a check anyway, or was it just because we were in combat?
If you declare that you're moving carefully and you're not in combat, there's no check needed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that like, like when you're hiking, you gotta go down a mountain, so you walk sideways kind of, and I'll kind of shimmy my way down.
Okay.
Slowly and carefully in this direction. We're still clear down this way.
All right, once you get to about there, Nezra.
Right when I say that?
As you're, I had to do a quick measurement. I didn't want to interrupt you, but yes, as you get to right about there, I'm going to ask you to give me a blind check. You're moving, you kind of talk backwards.
And my perception has been really bad tonight, so I'm about to get surprised. I know it.
You are absolutely surprised. Yes, you do not hear anything that is going on here, but obviously you're in this precarious situation. You're lit up by all of these lamps, and let me go ahead and put us into turn order.
Fortunately, though, before you had toggled token lock, I had conveniently put the shield on my arm. So let's go. 18 for my AC, not 16 this time.
Fair enough. I think it makes sense coming in somewhere dangerous that you have your shield.
We don't see any of the unconscious elves up here, right?
You do not.
Okay.
Okay, I think that is... Yeah, that looks good. All right. Okay, so as you guys are making your way down here, thanks for rolling that. Oh, yep, okay. That is the lower of the two, so we'll keep you there. Okay, so those of you guys in the behind, you're just kind of watching, waiting. Nothing much is going on. Nezra, from where you're standing, an arrow suddenly flies from the southeast out of the darkness towards you. I'll need a defense roll at disadvantage. Yes, you managed to see this at the last moment and get out of the way.
Never mind. We're under attack.
I'll need another one. You managed to get out of the way of that one as well. You're surprised. Your turn ends. Another one. This time you will be struck. Okay, looks like my default settings changed here. One moment. There we go. All right, 2 piercing damage on that one. Another one, Ezra. You will dodge that one. Yet another one. That one you'll be struck. All right, another 2. You'll dodge both of those. Another 2. You'll get hit by both of those.
What's your next character going to be?
I'm good. I invested a lot into my constitution.
Probably smart.
Another 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got a crit, miss, miss, miss. Okay, just 1 crit. So go ahead and roll a piercing crit, please. Okay, so true crit.
Not bad.
Okay, that'll be 7.
There we go.
All right, top of the round with Spectre.
Am I standing on a torch right now?
I don't believe so.
No. Oh, okay.
Just a barrage of arrows came flying up this hill at me.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the plan? Does the Dragonborn look like he's fallen back, or does he look like he's ready to go down there?
He can certainly
Dylan.
shout something out quickly if he likes.
I would say after hearing that he worships a god called the Blood God, that you assume that he's going to,
He's going in.
yeah, he's going to cause some terror.
Alright, well, I will start moving at half speed when I need to not fuck this up. How many hero points do I have left? Come on, sheet load. Thank you. Exactly 1. Alright, well, we're going half speed, so advantage on the check, right? So,
Correct, yep. And remember, that first square with the actual rectangle in it is not the dangerous one, it's the one right after that.
yeah.
Yep,
So,
okay, so you
I'm
can
in
descend normally.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How far are these lights broadcasting?
Your whole area is bathed in bright light.
Of course it is. I probably can't get there actually.
Not with
Flipping this
one
way.
space.
Okay, yeah. So 35. I don't see anything yet. I will cunning action dash. So back to 45. We're counting the first round as the first round of combat, even though we didn't know we were in combat yet, right?
Correct.
Okay. So there we go. There we go. I see this guy now. But I can't get a good angle on him.
And just quick reminder, when measuring, turn that broadcast off to others. Because remember, not everybody might be able to see what you see.
Oh, right. How do I do that?
The new one now, when you click that measuring tool, you'll see a broadcast.
Oh, show to
little
others.
Slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hide from others. Okay, there we go. That's not what I wanted to do. Hang on. So now, is it working?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So I can see this guy and it looks like I have a shot on him? Or is the elevation fucking this up?
I would say you can have a shot at him, but yes, he's going to have some cover from there.
I'll try. So... 1, 2.
The first one will connect, the second will miss.
Okay. So 11 to him.
He is wounded.
And then I believe I have, what, 10 more feet of movement?
I'll
Took 3 to
trust
get here. Okay. So I will just back up 1 step.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay, this time Spectre, you will take a shot. Defense roll at disadvantage. You will be
That hits.
struck for 4.
I'm trying. I don't know what I was concentrating on.
I don't know either. Maybe it was Hunter's Mark from the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been an hour,
Yeah.
I think. So, yeah, whatever.
Okay, this guy is going to move back. Spectre, another shot at disadvantage.
Okay.
That one you will manage to evade. Okay, Nezro, your turn.
Alright, so I imagine that outside of that, the light source at the beginning of the tunnel, that's where it ends, right? And they're just shooting from the darkness. So I'm gonna slowly move to this torch here on this wall.
So carefully move is what I heard?
Yeah, slowly,
So
carefully.
Blind check, first of all. Second of all, you can't cut across that corner, so we're going to count that as 1, 2, 3 squares so far.
Gotcha.
Actually, we are not going to do that because as you try to move,
No.
you are going to slip, fall, smash into this wall, slide
Sounds
this
like
way,
Nezra.
and then throw me a D3, please.
Okie dokie. Is that just a roll D3?
Yes.
3.
All right, you're going to go off in this direction. Throw me another blind check. Okay, so as you're sliding, you're noticing... Actually, you can't see in the dark, can you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you're not noticing anything.
I was about to... I was gonna grab that torch off the wall and carry it, but nope.
So you... And just to clarify, these are not just torches. These are like little bowls that are built in with metallic pieces, so it doesn't look like you could just lift it off a rung. Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, so you land there. I'm going to reveal some other stuff real quick. Not that you're going to see it, but now that you're in that zone. So you splash into the water. You suffer that damage that I rolled. I think it was 6. So 6
Yep.
points of damage. You
Took it down, yep.
all right? You kind of slide past. You're feeling like you're sliding. Your skin's kind of getting like tore up. Your scales from the surface here. You splash into the water. That's going to knock you prone. How much you moved? Let's see, 1 square only. So I will say you still have your action, but you're currently prone and underwater.
Okay, well, I mean, I know which direction the ground is, 'cause even though I can't see, so can I move back that way?
You can
towards.
stand up from prone, so that will use half your
Sure.
speed. You already spent 10 to move 1, so your speed's 30, I assume?
Yep.
Okay, so you basically have 5 feet of movement left, and yes, you're standing there.
Okay, so I'm not underwater drowning anymore.
Correct, you're out of the water.
Okay.
You're hearing
Alright.
sounds all around you. You got that weird sensation like there's people very close to you, but you can't see anything.
All right. Well, that changed my plan up a little bit, but not a lot. It's just I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing as well, so I'm going to cast this. So it doesn't say anything about having to see it. Here, I'll post the text for you so you can see it, but just says a point you choose within range. You can make a wall up to 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and 1 foot thick. So what I would like to do is have it start.
So,
Do you want me to turn off broadcast to others, Adam?
not for this, since you're measuring a spell, but a couple things. So it says the ground at a point you choose within range. So I would argue, being that you can't see the ground, you're going to have to pick the ground very close to you. So you're not going to say, like, I want it to start over here. So pick a point on the ground, tell me a direction, and then do you want it to be the full 50 feet?
Yeah, this is, so what I was going to do is I was going to wrap myself around, it was going to wrap all the way around me, pretty much.
And I'm going to say,
like a square.
I don't think you could do that. So, because you can't see anything right now, right? So you're basically trying to do a box.
Yeah, just make a box
So
around
all
myself.
within 5 feet. Okay, if it's all within 5 feet of you, I think that makes sense. Okay, so you're pulling up a box all the way around you.
Sorry, it's hard with this measuring tool when I can't see my boxes, but yeah. So just right around me. Basically put myself in a square and make anybody who's gonna, come and attack me have to come into melee. Because it will deflect everything. All arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles are launched away and automatically miss. So
Okay, yeah, I think that will work. So let's go ahead and get a measure guy here on the screen for you. So like this or even tighter, you're saying you want it to just be your square only.
I can't see, Adam,
Okay.
what
so-
you're doing. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but I literally a box around me. Like if you were to imagine, like if he just took
I
his
got you.
hand and drew a circle around him, and I know
got
it's
you,
not
I
a
got you.
perfect circle, but
All right, so it's just around you then, so that pops into existence, and yeah.
and it's the full 15 foot high. So he makes it as high as he can and as thick as he can, and just directly around him like a square. And anybody that's going to come and attack him, he's going to make him come into his melee range, essentially.
Okay, so I don't know that this is the purpose of this spell. I'm going to say that works, but like what it says, this is not going to do any damage. So really, what this is doing is protecting you from projectiles. That's essentially what you're aiming for, right?
That was 100% what I wanted. Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't want to get shot by 15 arrows again from
Perfect.
darkness.
Okay, so I think that part will certainly work. All right, so you slid, you come out of the water, you cast the spell really quickly. Anything else? Okay. Okay, so I will say the first shot does come towards you. Do you happen to speak Elvish?
No, I do
Okay.
speak full Draconic on this guy though. So, boom.
Okay, so you will hear
Can I
some
hear it?
Elvish word. It's too far away, way too far away from you, Army. So you will hear some words spoken, but you recognize the Elvish. You don't recognize exactly what they're saying.
Yeah, punks, you'll have to fight me
Kurt,
fist to
you're-
fist.
Virtue's hearing the clink clank of 100 arrows, so he's like,
Okay, I should go in.
and remind me what this is, Adam?
So that square you see marked is the last step where the ground is flat. As soon as you pass that, the ground is on a pretty strong decline. So if you move across that decline ground in combat, you're going to have to make a check. Otherwise, you start sliding in the direction the red arrows point.
The new guy already slipped and fell.
All right, Adam. Well, gotta do what you gotta do, because I don't have too many. I have some spell slots left, but not that many. So, hold on a second. Is that same for this area here, by where Spectre is?
Yes. Spectre is currently balancing as best she can. As soon as you pass that square, the whole ground there descends until you find another red square.
One big slide.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guess what? I gotta go in.
Okay, so you've moved your 30 feet.
Actually,
I'm assuming you're dashing.
Yeah, I was gonna dash. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then when you
can
cross that square, keep in mind you have the option of moving carefully, which means you move at half speed, and then you get to make your check at advantage. Or you can move normally and just make the check.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and move 3 and be very. I'm a careful cur too.
Okay, so go ahead and move your 3, and then throw me a blind check as well. Okay, unfortunately, you also fail this check. So as soon as you try to be a careful Kurtu, not so much. You slide, falling down, slamming into this wall, coming this way. Then please roll me a 1d3.
So, is there no chance Hugo can help and try to snatch Kurtu?
From where you're standing, I would say no. Alright, so you're basically going the same way that Nezra did, which means you come this way, slam into a wind wall. Let's see what that does.
It doesn't do anything. It only does damage on the turn it appears.
I feel like it slows him down, though.
Because
I
he's
feel like
small.
it might lift them up and throw them up into the ceiling.
I don't think Kurtu is that light. It throws
Small
projectiles.
or smaller flying creatures or objects can't pass through the wall.
Kurtu is
lightweight
30.
materials like arrows and bolts, but Kurtu's got his own weight. He's got everything he's carrying. I don't think this wall launches him at all.
Total of around 70, Adam.
Okay, I will say you kind of slam into this wall. If the wall's physical enough, I feel like that's going to be like slamming into something solid. So I'll say your choice. We can either say this, you hit it and it's basically solid, so you suffer some damage, or we can say it throws you up into the air into a random spot. Your choice. A random direction, I should say.
Like catches his little cape.
You know what? I don't want to make the choice, Adam. I'm going to roll a 1d2, and the first is going to be the first, and the second is going to be the second.
All right, that works. So 1 is damage, 2 is random direction. Okay, so you slam into the wind wall, suffering 11 points of damage as you do so, and you come to a stop here. So you've spent your movement, you're now prone, but you still have your action.
Upcasting it to a 4th level.
Okay.
We're going genocide route. Okay.
It wasn't a lot of damage, but whatever. Right?
Okay,
Enough to kill all these
you said
animals.
you're casting this at 4th level?
Yeah.
Okay, throw me a blind check. Okay, and now I need a spell effect roll. Okay, so you try to cast Fireball, and you hear the sound of incanting coming just to your east. You don't see anything there, but you hear the sound of incanting, and your spell is canceled.
Ah. All right. So, well, that's everything then, right? So the only thing I could do then is, am I still able to use a sorcery point to go ahead and do a quicken spell?
Yeah, you could. So keep in mind, it would just have to be a cantrip like normal.
Yeah, hey, I want to at least do something, right?
Sure.
So before I die, right? So. All right, well, Adam, it doesn't really matter, but this one here looks guilty of something.
Okay. Yeah, will certainly hit him. Yes, your firebolt incinerates him as he screams loudly as he falls to the ground burning.
Haha! Great little one! Burn, everyone! Burn!
One down. One.
There's 16 to go.
Trying to find.
Okay, this one's turn. All right, so you're gonna hear. Do you happen to speak Elvish, Kurtu?
That'll be a negative.
Okay.
I'm
so-
sure they're not saying anything nice other than, wow, that guy was cool looking when he dived.
So, all right, Spectre, another defense roll at disadvantage, please. You will manage to dodge that one. Another defense roll at disadvantage, Spectre. You'll dodge that one as well. Okay. Nezra, you are suddenly struck from the darkness as you can't see anything for 17 points of damage, and I'll need you to we'll deduct the 17, that'll auto roll your concentration. We'll see if Wind Wall stays up.
Wait, so I don't even get to make a defense roll or anything?
You do not. You are hit from the darkness. You can't see what's going on. Okay, you do manage to maintain your concentration. Okay, so there's that. All right, let's see. Next up, Spectre, another defense roll at disadvantage. You evade that one as well. Another defense roll at disadvantage. That one you are struck by. That'll be 2 points of damage. Okay, Hugo, your turn.
Okay. Hugo sort of looks at Spectre and shrugs and says, maybe we all just gotta slide down this thing.
Elio.
And he's going to not move carefully.
But you're not intentionally trying to slide, right?
No, he's not intentionally trying to slide, but he's not going to move carefully.
All right, fair enough. Go ahead and throw me your blind check. You slide. All right, so you start moving down, and based on your first space, you're going to, again, slam into here. Come this way. D3, please. So that's 11 points of damage to Hugo. Okay, you come down this way, and you're going to land, you're going to basically rush into something. You're moving at a pretty high pace. You're thinking like, oh, you're probably going to get hurt if you slam into something, but you slam into something kind of fleshy, and you smell just absolutely atrocious body odor, and in response to your little push against this large figure, you just hear, "Ah!"
Sorry, can we get that one again?
Hugo casts light on himself.
Okay, so you spend your action to cast light. Go ahead and illuminate yourself. Okay, you are currently prone.
Okay. Did I spend all my movement?
You spent 10 feet of movement before you slid. So you're currently prone. You have 20 left.
Okay, so Hugo will stand up.
Okay.
And he will scream out, "They're all here! Help me!"
I will say you also notice from where you're standing, Hugo, those three, you can't really see them well, but big chunks of the western wall are just broken away. It looks like they've been hammered upon with such force that the wall has crumbled. So if you see a red X coming out of a wall, that means that chunk of wall is rubble.
Okay. I guess as a bonus action, he's going to try and telekinetically shove the fleshy creature away.
Okay.
Because they can't walk up and get you next time?
You try to shove it telekinetically with your mind, and you notice just her hair on the left head moves back a little bit.
And Hugo goes, "We come here offering partnership and truce." That's the end of his turn.
All right. So Hugo, looks like you didn't deduct that damage from the slide, Hugo. I think it was 11. Go ahead and deduct that. And then you're going to take a shot from a longbow. So defense roll, please. That will be a critical hit against you. Go ahead and roll a piercing crit upon yourself, Hugo. All right, nice crit. So that is 8 piercing damage. You will take another shot, Hugo. You managed to evade that one. Okay, Armony, your turn.
The raven lands on my shoulder as I enter the cavern and wonder where everybody went.
I helpfully point down the incline.
Use the slide.
Armony is going to walk carefully.
Probably smart.
So I'm assuming
Forward.
you're dashing then, right? So looks like you spent 40 in movement so far.
That's correct.
Okay, so you spend your action to dash. Go ahead and throw me a blind check, please. Yep, you managed to move carefully, half speed. No risk of slipping this turn.
Oof.
Okay, that'll be another 40. Do you have... How much movement do you have, Armini?
40, but I was here.
So if you're moving carefully, each space is difficult terrain, so it counts as 10. So you're going to be... the farthest you'll be able to get is here.
What about the fact that difficulty terrain doesn't cost me extra movement?
Oh, you have mobile. Ooh. Okay, then yeah, my bad. You can move your full movement.
I'm one level away from that. So good.
So 40, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, shoot. I can't see anybody from here. I'm going to say, keep up the good work, everybody.
Help me!
Can she see the light anyway from Hugo's light source?
She probably can see part of it.
I can see some... I can't see much.
She probably can't tell where, where the light is coming from.
I can see.
You in bad shape, Hugo?
All you heard was, help me! So it would have been action and your move. Anything on a bonus action?
That's what I was just double checking. I believe this... It's a unicorn spirit. It's a bonus action. So, might as well bring him in now. Can we get a unicorn in here?
You can, yes. I thought we had one of these created for you, but I don't see it. Somebody just grab an image. Okay, where would you like to put this? You should have the ability to move it now. Just double checking the text of your ability. So within 60 feet of you, and it has a 30-foot radius.
I gotta learn how to be a faster measurer.
That is 55 feet away from you.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Almost point blank, Hugo. You will take another shot. Defense roll.
Can I hero point that?
You can burn your reaction to do so if you like.
Sure.
And remember, it only applies to this one attack.
Dang it.
Unfortunately, that will still connect. So that'll be 3 piercing damage. Another shot, Hugo. That one you will manage to evade. Another shot, Hugo. You will evade that one as well. Yet another shot, Hugo. Evade that one as well.
Just sort of dancing in place.
It's like Star-Lord.
There's another one. Oh no.
Oh man.
Another shot, Hugo. You will evade that one as well.
Nice, bro. Dove.
Okay, guys, so we are back to the top of the round of the order. We're a little bit over time here, so we will go ahead and pause it here. We'll pick up next week right where we left off. We'll maybe see if Gale can have a Superman entrance. Not as cool as Kurtus, of course, but he's not flying. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed this session. A lot of technical issues, so apologies for that. Roll20 had some issues, and yeah, just how it goes some nights. But yeah, I hope everybody had a good time, and we will pick it up again next week.
Everybody.
Good game, guys.
Sounds good, folks. Catch you next week.
Night,
Bye.
everyone.
Have a good week.